reminded I can't hold the way that I used to love you. Your mother told me I would never be of any use to you. I just wish that you would pick up your telephone to me. I just wish that you would pick up your telephone to me. But in the end it all made sense when you said I was always the first. But I don't really care, cause you were always saying those things to me. I just wish that you would pick up your telephone to me. I just wish that you would pick up your telephone to me. It was the first thing that we always decided to do, and I will never hold back when it comes to complimenting you. I just wish that you would pick up your telephone to me. I just wish that you would pick up your telephone to me.
As I follow the road these open arms of mine. No other day. You're moving quicker, but never get away. I didn't vision of how we ought to be. Just one position, yeah. Take it off of me, yeah. There's a glowing heat trapped inside my mind. See it's dark and light flashing out of time. There's a glowing heat trapped inside my mind. See it's dark and light flashing out of time. Treading water on the desert floor. Cross the border to a broken door. An invitation of how we ought to be. Just one position, yeah. Take it off of me, yeah, yeah. There's a glowing heat trapped inside my mind. See it's dark and light flashing out of time. There's a glowing heat trapped inside my mind. See it's dark and light flashing out of time. There's a glowing heat trapped inside my mind. See it's dark and light flashing out of time. There's a glowing heat trapped inside my mind. See it's dark and light flashing out of time.
Feel my loving as the summer starts. Throw your hands up, forget all the past. All you ever wanted was to be living for the moment, careless. Rise up and let your heart unfold in time. Rise up and let your heart unfold in time. Rise up, full time. Rise up, let your heart unfold in time. It's time to give up fighting and let go of all the opposition. Then we go. Say hello to peace of mind. It's a treasure so divine. It's a treasure so Rise up and let your heart unfold in time. Rise up and let your heart unfold in time. Rise up, full time. Rise up. It's a treasure so divine.
the sun goes down on Friday, and the air is getting vibey. Meeting buddies down the corner. Way to go, let's get this party started. And everybody go, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm of the dance floor. Oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. And tonight we paint the town red. Everyone is just a wild child. Gonna dance until I drop dead. Have a ball as if there were no tomorrow. And everybody go, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm of the dance floor. Oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Dance in the moonlight, like crazy in the streets till the sunrise. Yeah, we're riding the spotlight tonight, when everybody's watching, we're just doing one thing. We dance, we dance, we dance, we dance, we dance, we dance, we. Feel the rhythm of the dance floor. Oh yeah. And everybody go, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm of the dance floor. Oh yeah. Say, oh yeah.
We're so connected, even though oceans apart. You are the person I call home. Need to be near you to feel closer to your heart. Without you, there's no place to go. I don't know where I end or where you start, because I just want to be one. I need for you to know that from the start you weren't alone, cause you're the one. Give me wings to fly, to lift you up and away, to save us from this pain.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
DreamLeague Season 15 Western Europe DPC is brought to you by Intel, DHL, and DreamHack.
I am Rasmus, and I play for Hellbear Smashers.
Hello, my name is Aiden, also known as Insania. I am the team captain of Team Liquid.
My name is Skylark.
and I play for Team Bream.
My name is Adrian, my nickname is Fata, and I play for Tundra Esport.
My name is Johan Sunstein. People know me as Snowtail, and I play for Team OG.
I'm Limp. I play mid for Team Alliance.
My name is Xantek. I'm from the United Kingdom. I play position 2 for Into the Bridge for my quick wave.
Hello everyone, I'm Milan from Team Ghost Frogs.
Hello, my nickname is Sydney, and I'm with position 5 for Czech Team Romania.
Hello, I am Daki. I am 21 years old and I play mid for No Bounty Hunt.
My name is Miroslav Bichan. You probably know me by my nickname Boom. I play for Team Viking GG and I play mid.
Ghost Frogs are ready for the DreamLeague. Guys, come watch us. Let's have fun together.
Team Secret is ready for DreamLeague. Watch us there.
Radix, it's got the jump on Error. Got enough damage to take down. They do. They'll drop the side. They'll bring him down. But Chessie's in with the Ravage. Catching the three of them. The kisses coming in from the side. Gorg turns over towards Supreme, but Supreme pops the BKB. Takes down 5 up before he can get the ultimate off. They're trying to keep Gorg alive. Another Inkswell stun comes out. But Error, he's able to wait for it to pass over. Gets in with the roll. They take down Radix. Moving in for more. Excalibur's been isolated. Surrounded by the entirety of Chicken Fighters. Excalibur will slowly but surely fall. Triple kill for Supreme. As there's still, of course, no buybacks left on Team Bolt's heroes. Well, the floor's dead, I guess. A secret, they've got to find the IO. They're going to be able to jump over, get the grab on the mind control. The setup's there with the Remnant. There, they get the vacuum wall, the Boris strike. Oh, there's the combo, baby! There's the combo onto the 4 of them as they take down 3. And Miracle's not done yet. He's running down Matu. There we have it. As you were saying before, these points in the vacuum, the setup's there from mind control. Enigma with a beautiful turnaround.
But it's amazing on Huskar for sure. Being able to do this through being stunned is incredible. It's
all right.
Kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, that's the reveal over here of the Scythe of Ice, but Skylark, he's just so tanky. Does have to be careful though. These Mortimer kisses, can they land the last one? Oh, he's dancing, he's dodging, he's still alive. The cookie up coming up from Fata was hoping that maybe he could go and use that scatter blast, but it's not going to happen. And now it looks like Fata will pay for this with his life.
Nice play by Skylark.
Good afternoon and welcome to DreamLeague Season 15, powered by Intel. Today is a fairly short day. We only got one series, but it's an important one. It is in the lower division. We are going to watch a Viking GG taking on No Bounty Hunter. Let's get started. Hello there. Indeed, lower division, Viking GG versus No Bounty Hunter. It's going to be a lovely Dota 2 series, and it's going to be made more lovely with my lovely panelists, Moxie and T.
Ooh, did you hear her? She said we're lovely, T. Ooh.
I forgot to bring my water, so I'm just going to nonchalantly bring my drink on here.
So
why didn't you get one of the typical Swedish drinks? I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's right.
No brand reveal.
No brand reveal, but it is the color of apple juice.
Cheers.
And it does not taste anything like apple juice.
No, it doesn't. It definitely does not. I have tried it. It's a popular favorite, though. You know,
it's strange. I have no idea what the flavor is.
I got some angry looks from the people in the back when I said, "Oh, I've had that. I'm not a big fan."
How dare you? You do know you're in Sweden right now. You gotta like everything. Actually, you got a good start with the chocolate. At least you like the chocolate.
Yep.
Yes, and you like the Dota too as well.
I do. I really do.
Yes. So we're gonna start things off. We have only a little bit of time before the first series is coming your way. We're gonna start things off by taking a look at the standings. So far, every team in the lower division has played one game, and that means we got 2 teams that are undefeated going up against each other. See.
Yeah, we got Viking versus No Bounty Hunter. Of course, Viking is the favorite, I think, for the entire lower division. They're one of the only teams, I think, in this division where they're going, well, they should belong in the upper division, right? So, yeah, I think they are always going to be the favorites in every series that they play, and it'll be exciting to see, especially No Bounty Hunter, a team that is a seasoned lower division team, to see if they can actually try and prove themselves and maybe change that kind of narrative.
And now that we have seen everybody once, Moxie, other than Hippomaniacs, who do you think is not going to make it?
The Toxic Shiver.
No.
Wow.
No, I'm not.
You want
I
me
just
to
know
throw
that that's the easiest
someone
answer.
under the
Hippomaniacs.
bus?
I love the squad. Actually, I really do. And I really hope that they are not going to get eliminated. However, last season, they did not win a single game. And that's unfortunate. I want to see them grow. But that does make them the easy cop-out answer in terms of who's going to get eliminated.
So who's the weakest, Moxie?
Yeah,
Who's
Moxie?
the weakest?
Call
All
him
right,
out.
all right.
Call him out.
All right.
Right now, 7th place.
Yeah.
Who do you want to make into your enemies?
Who do you want to get removed from DPC?
This is I am being bullied. I am requesting someone come save me.
Fine, I'll say it. Team Bald. No,
Well, that's a fast way to make enemies right there. That's
exposure, you know what I'm saying?
infamous, being very infamous.
Tiga never going to get hosted by Gorg ever.
I'll answer that properly, though. I will say it's between probably Team Bald and Into the Breach are my kind of 6th to 7th place teams that will be fighting each other to have survival. I think realistically, we can't expect Team Bald to make that deep of a run. They're not really screaming, not doing anything. So,
yeah.
Like, as much as we're memeing it, it is very much Hippomaniacs, Team Bald, and Into the Breach. They're the ones that are the heavy underdogs, and they have to prove to us that they belong in low division.
You're not you think that Level Up is going to be somewhere in the middle of the pack there?
Yeah, for sure. I think No Bounty Hunter and Level Up, they are like hard stuck low division teams where I think if they find the rhythm, they might be able to surprise us, but they don't really have the depth to get to upper division, I feel, right now.
And if you think about Level Up, the series that they've had so far, they've only faced Viking, who you just called out being one of the strongest, if not the strongest here in the region. They took a game off of them.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
They did.
The first series of the low division, I think it helps teams, like the newer teams, but I feel with like Level Up, I want them to surprise me, and I want them to prove that they have a little bit more in the tank, because I think if you look at that 2nd place spot, which teams are fighting for, it is between High Coast, Level Up, maybe a No Bounty Hunter, maybe a Ghost Frog. So it really is up for contention. If High Coast isn't able to perform, then it's any lower division team in that pack can easily qualify in 2nd place, I feel. All
right, so let's start talking about the series that we got coming, Moxie. We got Viking versus No Bounty Hunter, and we're going to start talking about Viking GG. They dropped down from the upper division last season. Obviously, disappointing result for them. Do you feel like what we've seen so far definitely warrants them a spot in the top there?
I think you have to keep in mind the fact that the patch makes a difference. And it definitely feels like they've got a better handle on this particular patch. It suits their style. They've also had more time now to play with Keizu, who before was not an official member of the squad. He was being tried out towards the second half of the season, and it feels like, they're starting to really get comfortable with them. And you have that happen a lot, where maybe you pick up a player that's so much, fits your style better, but you just don't have that synergy just yet, right? So the capability of able to have that time and really, settle in together will make a difference. So I think Viking now, like, they seem like they're stronger, better, faster, you name the adjective, but they look very formidable, and I'm thinking their chances are much better.
All right, T, this is a squad that if you would ask them last year, like, their goal was TI10. How would you estimate their chances?
Back then or right
now?
Pretty low, unfortunately. I think, they're the underdogs of the TI run,
Yes.
All the other lower division teams, putting it bluntly, no chance. But Viking, they are the only team in this position where I think they could maybe, muscle the way through, but 5% maybe.
Well, let's hear from Celery and hear what he thinks about the chances for TI for them.
Catch up to.
Oh, they see him.
It's an easy one.
They go.
Currently, with Dota, my goal is to get to play at TI, or preferably at a major first, but we're in Division 2 right now, so we're just looking forward to TI. That's my main goal, to get there first, and then we'll take it from there. To be honest, I didn't think I would have a chance to play at TI anymore, but I think I was a bit lucky to have my current coach, Immortal Faith, pick me up, and I think I'm gonna have a good chance at least. Just need to keep working.
Even with that buyback shot, in fact, he's turning. Crits down LeBron, turns over towards Audio.
My family has always supported me, because I've always been into competing since I was very young, and it's just something I enjoy a lot. So it's very helpful when you have people around you that believe in what you're doing.
The essence ring, he'll turn towards the healing ward, take it out. They've brought down a couple, but the slashes are taking them down in return as Shad gets it with the ult.
So we're playing No Bounty Hunter next. The position 5 of No Bounty Hunter played on Viking in the past, actually. And so I guess I gotta show him who's the better pot 5 on Viking now. But I'm looking forward to playing them. Blink is on the team as well. He's a friend of mine. So looking forward to the game.
Comes out, they'll call it. GG, well played.
Yeah, a bit of history there between the two teams in terms of who's playing on which side. Of course, Flash used to play on Viking. Blink, good friend of Celery. On the other side, also, on the side of No Bounty Hunter, Ducky and Taki. He actually called himself Ntaki in the interview or in the pre-show thing. So I'm actually thinking we have to go back to Ntaki rather than Ducky.
I think it's just a hard, like the sound is like Ducky, like an NT sound, like very close together. I could be wrong, but
okay.
I don't know. I called him Ntaki, and then he said in an interview Ducky, and then we started calling him Ducky.
Yes.
Now he's backpedaling. I don't know.
Because he has also added a letter in his nickname, or maybe production did that, because there's an H after the T.
Taki?
Yeah, no, I think
either
that's
there's a typo.
Yeah, there might be a typo there.
Way to call out our production there,
production. You might have a typo.
I have confirmed, yeah. I've had a little look, and other alternative IDs is I can't take it. That's it. There is no different spelling. So yeah.
Really?
Sorry, production.
Sorry, production. I'll ask if that's if that's an H. You can check his Twitter. Maybe he updated his Twitter or something like that. No?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please do so.
Yeah.
While I talk about him, because he apparently tried out for Viking back in the day, and they decided to go with Boom instead. So for Viking, obviously making it to the upper division and having as much success as they had over the last year and a bit, that was the right choice. But we're going to hear Ducky talk about that choice as well.
Call it. GG, well played here. 18 minutes in.
I think Viking GG is the strongest team in Division 2 right now. And we are really looking forward to playing against them. We have very successful scrims nowadays. And we are really proud of our results, and we really can't wait to play against the strongest team and show what we can give.
He comes in with the magnetized onto the three of them, keeping it going as well with the bonds this time.
Drafting is a lot about if you're gonna break the other team's minds, because the other person, if they have experience in drafting, they can easily outdraft you they will think what you're gonna do before the draft even begins. So you really have to play with each other's minds, and Viking have so much experience in drafting, and especially Mortal Fate. So I'm hoping we can beat Viking's mind and beat them 2-0.
Keep on fighting through, taking down Tibik, taking down Muff, triple kill for Khan.
And fun fact, Boom took my place in Viking GG. They tried me out for 2 weeks, and then they tried Boom out for 2 weeks, and they chose Boom over me. So I'm gonna prove them today that I am the one who they should have picked.
I probably will be one of the fastest GGs you'll see.
I like it. It gives us a little bit of rivalry here in the middle lane. And the mid lane, with a new patch, seems to be the skilled matchup again, Moxie.
It does. I mean, we're seeing some really nice performances coming out from the mid players, you know, especially the return of Miracle over to the mid. But the thing that I'm a little question mark about right now is the fact that they used to have Desire.
Yes.
And Desire, I'm not sure if it's because of his professional footballer career or what, but he's no longer there. And he was really the powerhouse on this team for a long time. Like, Owen was so on board for the Earth Spirit
every
Desire.
game
every
again.
Time he had that.
No matter what.
That was his jam. Now his heart's broken.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. They have got Hustler. Some people might know him from the Southeast Asian division. He actually was in a team that was playing in the upper division and got ranked down, and then I think the team either kicked him or he left or disbanded. He's no longer in that team. And he made it over to the European division, into the lower division, playing position 4 here. I must say, when we saw them play last, I don't know how much we can actually learn from their performance, because it was against Hippomaniacs, but they looked solid, T.
Yeah, I think Hustler, he's a pretty good addition. Luckily, his hero pool is pretty much identical to Desire's.
Very similar.
So I think Owen, if he's ever on a panel or casting the game, he'll be bandwagging Hustler as much, potentially.
Yep.
But no, yeah, I think it's not a bad fit. I like the fact that we're seeing a lower division team have a roster change where they're not just going deeper into like the European region for just other players, you know, other players that potentially haven't really made it. They've actually kind of had like an upgrade in the sense of experienced DPC player cut from another region. You know, it's like it's interesting that we actually have good kind of roster changes in this division for sure.
Yeah, and it is the only Mongolian player we have in the Western European DPC League.
Technically,
there's a stand-in.
Yeah,
we did.
go.
He went to one of his fellow countrymen, like because
Bell.
and Khan was having some power issues, and so they're like last minute having to change a player, and they were able to get one, and they won that game very fast. By the way, that was a very quick win for them. And that was because their draft was solid. And that's something that Ducky said as well. His main concern when it comes to Viking is not play. He believes, you know, in terms of play, they can match them. Drafting, Moxie, is where it's going to be tricky.
I mean, you're being coached by Immortal Faith. Like, this guy is known for all sorts of, you know, different notes and, like, just the content that he creates. So that's an understandable thing to be a bit worried about. But at the same time, I think you kind of have to, you know, trust in yourselves. Obviously, learn from every single game that you play. But don't try to shake things up too hard just because you're too afraid. Like, oh my gosh, you know, this guy, he's going to come with this, this, and this. Just, you know, play the Dota you want to play.
Well, luckily, Lycan isn't really a hero, so therefore they're not going to lean on that. Beastmaster, yeah, it's more of a mid. And the issue with the Bounty Hunter
is so broken, though.
Yeah,
but like the style, the Necrobook, is more of a mid thing. But last season, the Bounty Hunter, the big issue was they had like 2-3 strats that they were really good at, but it was so obvious. And now that those big strats have been heavily nerfed, they're now like, we have to reinvent ourselves. They got a new player. So for anything, I think this patch is the best thing to happen to this team because they're forced to learn new things and they can't be stagnant. And that potentially that kind of new look could surprise Viking in the draft, and then suddenly in the game, it could be quite even. But yeah, for sure, still, Viking is very much favored.
Yeah, because you are saying that in terms of individual skill, if you were to 1v1 every position, would Viking come out ahead every single time, T?
Yeah. I'm just double checking, just running the numbers.
That is depressing.
I think potentially, you know what? I'll just throw out a meme. I think, you know what? Boom's a little bit inconsistent for Viking.
Yeah.
All the other lads, they're pretty stellar. But Boom, he's a bit of a, you know, he's either S tier for lower division or not. So I think...
Or just not?
I don't know.
You don't give him any...
I forgot the tier list. I was like, what's another letter to use?
It's literally letters, T.
You know what? He's
starts with A.
Okay, A. Let's redo the attempt of describing Boom there. Boom's either really good or good. There we go.
Oh,
saving
there you go.
here.
I like that, though, because that means that Antaki has got a good chance to prove that he is the better mid, and that Viking should have gone with him instead. We are about ready for our first series of the day. So I hope you are also ready, because it is time for Viking GG and No Bounty Hunter to go head-to-head here in the first game and the only game of the day for DreamLeague Season 15, powered by Intel.
When this is over, I will come to you, come back to you. When this is over, we'll be free. When this is over, we will touch just like we did before. When this is over, you will see. No more hide behind a wall. Can hear the voice voice of freedom call. When this is over, I will run to you, I'll run to you. When this is over, we'll be free. Ooh. When this is over, I will hold your hand, I'll hold your hand. When this is over, when this is over. When this is over, I will run to you, I'll run to you. When this is over, we'll be free. When this is over, I will hold your hand, I'll hold your hand. When this is over, when this is over.
The first game of this best of 3 series coming your way. Viking GG taking on No Bounty Hunter. Both teams haven't lost a series yet, but they also only have played 1 series. So it's time to get a 2-0 on the board for the first team in the lower division here for Western Europe. And we are ready for the draft of this first game. We're joined by T and Moxie. And T actually also got himself some tea, so very on brand for him, as he's going to be a strong voice here in analyzing the draft.
Yes, steeping the tea during this draft. What are we looking at?
Ooh, the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Talk to us.
Abaddon.
Great.
First pick. Meaty.
Oh, they banned out the Earth Spirit, though, as we talked about.
You have to. No Bounty Hunter, be it Hustler, be it Desire. Got to get rid of that hero no matter what. But I think looking at the... For No Bounty Hunter, they have a little bit more information to go off because they are currently playing in another online tournament. They're not doing so hot. They did just lose a series this morning to a kind of an unknown Russian stack.
Hey, what did you say about a tournament that your team was playing in while the DPC was going on?
Paid scrims.
You said practice tournament, but that will work as well. Yes, sure. You know, you learn most from your mistakes. So what you're saying is they're coming in stronger because they just learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, I'd say I hope so for sure.
What? The cat!
Kezu has fully leaned into cat cam, where he has now removed himself.
The cat does not want to give us the light of day. He turned his butt towards us.
But he's on a wheelie chair. Can't we just wheel him around?
I don't think the cat would. Oh.
Is he listening?
Oh.
Kezu.
How do we know that the cat is not the one playing Dota?
Oh, he's got the Chaos shirt. My man, Kezu. Should have brought mine.
Biased caster confirmed here.
I do like Kezu. I think he's a top lad, and I still have not ever seen him play Mars after I gave him the TI9 red Mars spear. Therefore, soon I'll be wanting it back. He refuses to use it. But no, yeah, anyway, back to the draft. First pick Abaddon is a little bit interesting. It's not something that they've done at all so far. And in regards to surprising your opponent, when you look for a team that has, you know, maybe 15 or 20 games on this patch alone, and suddenly entering a new draft with a new opening, it might put Viking in a position of, we weren't ready for this. But alas, it's Abaddon. It's not like the craziest of heroes. It could be the offlane, it could be the 5.
Or if you're in the South American region, it could always be position 1.
Dude, that's true.
That is the Ektor special, but I have a feeling we're not going to see it as position 1.
That's
most likely. How do you feel about this Tiny, though? Because I've been seeing that crop up, and it's had mixed results depending on the position.
No, I don't mind it at all. I like the... we saw it mid from AS Monaco Gambit in the Eastern European region yesterday, and it didn't look good at all, simply because he was playing into like a a kind of a deathball lineup where he couldn't really get the pickoffs that were needed. But when Viking has last pick right now, I see this as a strong 4, it's a strong mid. Boom's played at mid, and he looks very good on it, very solid. So, yeah, I don't mind it as a kind of second pick thing where you want to have one flexible pick out of the two.
We've got a lot of like magic damage on board though for Viking right now, though I guess is the only concern of mine. What's to stop them once they get like BKBs or whatnot?
Yeah, BKBs will be very, very critical. I think inbuilt BKBs as well will be very helpful. Viking therefore banning out, the lifestealer as an example from that.
Ooh, I've heard great things about this hero.
Yeah, and I honestly, coming into the series, I thought Viking might even look to put it into the first phase just because of how strong it was over the previous days of DPC. But yeah, fundamentally, the hero, you can't really zone out a lane. It enables ranged 4 heroes like no tomorrow. And yeah, it's a very good hero from Kazu. And if you can hear that on the mics, that is Shiva currently snacking on a little bit of chocolate.
No, I was only
Snitches get stitches, Robson. What are you doing?
Pass it. Look, she's not sharing.
I was prepping. It's for everybody. I just broke off 3 pieces.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I was asking for. Thank you, Shiva.
It's a little bit of a picnic while we're watching some dotes here.
There, because I don't want to eat it right now.
Yeah, but it will work really well with your tea. A hot beverage and some chocolate.
Peppermint tea, guys.
Yeah.
Peppermint and chocolate. It's also a great combination.
Very soothing. Good for your
Could you give a quick rundown of why Centaur has been seeing such popularity over the last few days? What the changes were?
It's mainly just about the retaliate and the fact that you can just clear creep so well. And its stampede cooldown is now like 90 seconds.
Yeah.
It used to be like 110, 190. And now that it is so short of a cooldown because it's sub 100, it just feels so good to play the hero where you're non-stop just stampeding for kills, reset, go again. And I think when you think about team fights, it's after a team fight, if you can fight within a 2-minute window of that fight, you feel pretty good, right? That's naturally how kind of Dodo goes. So yeah, for sure, it's just so strong. And in lane, like I already mentioned, you buy Vanguard, you skip behind tower, and you're just always applying pressure because creeps are non-stop hitting this tower. And it forces that enemy lineup to have a carry or to have a hero that can soak up those creeps and to play defensively because they're just always, every 30 seconds, creeps barreling into the tower.
Yeah, the hero is really moving up in the pecking order. So no Bounty Hunter, they got a hookshot to go in. I do feel like they're lacking some damage.
I think the interesting thing in regards to the Bounty is the fact that they picked Puck into a Tiny, because Tiny naturally is one of the few heroes that likes playing into Puck because the explosive damage. Sure, you have phase shift, but are you going to phase shift before an Avalanche toss combo coming from the fog where you don't even see it coming? So yeah, it's an interesting fact where the Bounty are just really leaning on kind of player preference. This is a ducky hero, right?
Yeah, it really is. It was one of the heroes that...
It's one of his best.
Yeah, if you were talking about no Bounty Hunter, obviously, we talked a lot about Desire's Earth Spirit, but the Ducky Puck was the next one on the list.
And then in regards to the Clockwork pick, that is a response to Centaur because it's one of the heroes that can mitigate movement simply because you have cogs. If you're Stampede, you can't get out, and you still need to right-click twice, then use that Stampede to get out. So it's a nice response, but if I can instantly punish it with an Ember Spirit, a hero that cannot get rotated on into the mid lane from a Clockwork, if that is going to be the mid Ember, because you have Flame Guard, you have Slight, you have ways to just kind of soak up the damage. So yeah, I think Viking's draft right now is very, very strong, simply because it's built around a Centaur that isn't getting pressured.
So you guys have done this casting from the desk thing before. Do you stand, or how do you see the game?
I have no idea.
It
Only
depends.
Moxie. Moxie help.
Moxie help.
I mean, all last season, Kyle would just be walking around the entirety of
Where
the
is he
studio.
seeing the game?
Well, you go over to the monitors.
Oh, that makes sense. I'll probably sit in front of that one.
I didn't think of
Cap
this.
would be leaning over, the desk. I would usually just stay put because I was always afraid.
I'll actually create a picnic over there with a little blankie.
Guys, we didn't think
let's do it. Let's do it. I love it. I love it.
This does feel really hard to analyze a draft, though, from this perspective.
Why? You're literally standing in front of a monitor. And you see all the heroes, all 8 heroes on the deck.
I just feel isolated. They can't see me. That's the issue.
They can now.
Hey. Okay. Good taken. All right, so we got the Darkseer and the Morphling band out. We are looking for Viking. We're looking for most likely a Shad hero. And on no Bounty Hunter, we are looking for a hero for, well, I would say for Blink. For Blink, depending on what they were going to do with that Abaddon.
Yeah, right now.
Abaddon Clock combination of supports, that seems very weird.
And that's why I'd love to see Clockwork be a 5 here with the Gyrocopter, apply pressure to the Centaur in lane because you have Battery Assault, you have that Cogs, the Rocket, you have so many just annoying early damage to apply onto Centaur. And if Centaur skips behind tower, both of these heroes, Clock and Gyro, are excellent at running away from the tower, killing that kind of skipping offlaner, and then going back to the lane. So I'd love to see that lane. Therefore, Abaddon's now your 3 in this scenario, and they need a strong position 4. But with the bans coming out from Viking, they are more scared of a strong offlane pick rather than this kind of gimmicky safe lane that they can set up, simply because I don't think they care about a core Abaddon right now. It's like, it doesn't feel that good.
I enjoy how Centaur's axe is larger than Ember Spirit's head, and very difficult to see him. Sorry, just I've been distracted by that while T is making his excellent analysis here.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, final picks then. Not a lot of time left for No Bounty Hunter, while Viking still has almost
I'd love to
all
see
their time.
I'd love to see like a Willow here. I think, you know, if this is the Abaddon offlane. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
No, it's just going to be the Abaddon 5.
All right, so we got Abaddon Clock support duo.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm a fan of this, simply because of the lack of pressure you apply to Centaur in lane, and it's, you know, heavily relying on Gyro. But I think the Underlord pick opens up Clockwork to have a nice game. Just like Viking right now are leaning on potentially having a Tiny 4, not a strong laner with Centaur, but Centaur's so independent, Tiny can then play onto the map. That's the same kind of idea for No Bounty Hunter, where Underlord, after a couple levels, can be independent, therefore Clock can come to the Gyro lane and help them out. And yeah, and now Viking, they pick up this it's Juggernaut last pick. It is a hard counter to Gyro, just because of Omni Slash onto Gyrocopter. Gyro has no defense mechanism to that, and he doesn't really die ever in this game. Maybe to some Ags Coil situation, but yeah, it's a pretty free Juggernaut game.
Yeah, if you're looking at the lineups, at least the Viking lineup looks a little bit more straightforward compared to the lineup of No Bounty Hunter. And we did hear Ducky say at the start that the main hurdle, the biggest hurdle for them this series was going to be the draft. And I like Vikings draft a little bit more, Moxie.
I mean, it's simplicity, right? Simplicity is so incredibly important when you're going into a game. If you know how to, if you have just a very clear win condition or something like that, you know how your draft's going to play out, it just makes everything easy. Whereas you look at the No Bounty Hunter draft, yes, you have, Ntaki on one of his favorite heroes, but it's a lot more difficult to fit these pieces together in response now.
Yeah. And,
I'm a big proponent of the fact, play the Dota that you want to play, but at the same time, there are instances where it becomes really, really difficult.
I will say the two drafts, though, they do feel very similar in regards, like both the offlaners, big tanky offlaners will happily buy auras. The mid lane is very active. If they have a good start, they'll happily pivot to the side lane. The carries as well, like they're going to be a nuisance to play into. Early magic damage with a pretty good mid-game timing. So both drafts are very, very similar. The only difference is the 5 positions where Snapfire, annoying with Little Shredder, scales well into the game. Abaddon kind of just exists within the game. He's just kind of a damage soak. So, but yeah, both drafts emulating each other pretty closely.
And we talked about the rivalry going on in the middle lane as we jump into the game here for the first game. We talked about the Ember Spirit and the Puck, the Boom and Ducky. How do we feel this matchup is going to happen?
This is the showdown, Shiva. The winner of this series plays on Viking. That's exactly what we heard. If Ducky wins, Boom's kicked. It's as simple as that.
Wow.
It's not, but unfortunately, I wish that was the stakes. Imagine if Dota was like that. Imagine if people had games where it's like, you win this series, you're on the team.
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, can you imagine? That would be some high stakes Dota. Just like, you did it. You slew our mid. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. You are clearly the better person. That would make some real ugly rivalry.
TI show matches would never be the same.
They should make that a thing. You do like mini turbo matches, and then each time, But what if you really like your team?
Yeah, then you don't sign up to it. It's only if you hate your team you sign up.
Oh dear. Well, in any case, we have them prepared over here, standing over by the rune spot. We've been seeing a lot of 5v5s going on early on, so nothing too surprising.
Yeah, I like the how No Bounty Hunter, obviously they're holding their top triangle. That's the natural place for Radiant to play. Viking, aware of that always being the fortified area, they move through the bottom side just to see if anyone's being a little bit cheeky trying to go for the bottom rune.
But pretty much an even split.
Yeah, a nice rule of thumb for anyone playing Dota right now in the patch is if you are not 5 at a rune, do not contest it. Like, your enemy is always going to be there. Like, you can never, sneak out a rune. So, please, just get all the lads, pick a rune, and go for it wholeheartedly.
Depends on your rank. Right? Certain MMRs, you can definitely steal all the runes.
I think what'll be really interesting for me too is just taking a look at the way that some of these fights are going to go down for the side of No Bounty Hunter, because typically you think with Clockwork, right, doing some of the initiation, but I feel like it's so important for Clock to be able to cancel out the Snapfire kisses because she's going to be sitting so far back. So obviously, your Puck's going to be going in there with his face, but how does the rest of the team kind of play around that?
Well, they have a really nice construct to a fight where Abaddon, as a support, why he's strong, he can walk up into the high ground areas, he can survive through that initial jump because he's got his ultimate, borrowed time, and then he's unlocking the kind of division game. Clockwork suddenly gets that perfect initiation. So where Viking has all-out aggression and damage on every hero, No Bounty Hunter, they sacrifice a little damage in their draft just to try and kind of unlock that entry to jungle areas and entry to kind of places without vision, because Abaddon and Underlord both can walk into that with pretty much confidence. Oh, let's check the CS. All right, Boom's currently keeping his spot on Viking with a 7-2. Ducky 4-1, remaining on No Bounty Hunter.
Pretty calm though otherwise. We haven't seen any hyper aggression coming out. Just a lot of like chunking away. You can see that Hustle has been trying to, drag some creeps over. So a little bit quiet, but I think that's just the nature of the draft, right, T?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, pretty much all of these lanes are going to be extremely static, I think, other than when...
hey!
Surprise! Yeah.
Oh no.
He got tossed into the tower range.
And so it begins.
Yeah.
The Centaur reign.
Damn, Kezu. I was about to make a point and you got a kill. How dare you, Kezu? How dare
Caster's
you?
curse. I was thinking, it's going a little slow. Why don't we curse this and make sure that we get some action on the board?
I think if we get the replay, I did say but as the kill happened, so,
okay.
Luckily...
You keep your job on the desk then, T.
Nice.
We won't send you back to coaching just yet.
Oh, no, please.
Nice stop here coming out from Kezu. Again, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do. The center is very, very tanky. So Flash will continue to just harass, but he has to be very careful he doesn't get too close to that tower again.
I think one of the... the little shredder. Oh, God. It's filth. But
when is it going to get nerfed?
When is it going to get nerfed?
Yeah.
When's Beastmaster going to get nerfed, Shiva?
That's a great question.
I raise your question with another question.
I mean, I'm sure that patch C is in the works.
To be fair, though, with the little shredder, it isn't... It's like, it's very good, but it's not, like, broken. I think it enables Fives to play a strong lane. Simply put, Solar Crest is the issue in this scenario, I feel. The ability to buy Medallion, it amplifies the Lil Shredder way too much. So I think Beastmaster needs nerf, Lil Shredder or Solar Crest, but realistically, Solar Crest helps way too much. That needs to be made a little bit more expensive.
Well, we don't have the audio, unfortunately, to hear you say, but we can see exactly what happened there.
Okay, can we get another replay?
You're turning in quite the diva there, T. You need to be careful.
Sorry, but I've not cast for like 2 months, Moxie, all right? So this is all the casting angst being released in a single 4-minute
Let it out, let it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be a therapeutic moment for you.
It's very therapeutic.
To get some plinks, though, over here as Aramis does get spotted out by Hustler. Trying to contest this rune. Nice avalanche, though. Aramis will snatch up the water rune. He needs to be a little bit careful here. Does have the orb, so he's going to be able to just go right back on over to the lane and collect himself the second water rune. Yeah. Top lane, though. The spin over onto Blink, and that is a dead Underlord.
And this is the discrepancy in the lineups, where when you leave a Centaur alone, he's playing into Giant Abaddon, he doesn't get threatened by a kill. But when you leave the Underlord alone, and that Clockwork rotates to the River Rune, a Juggernaut Snapfire, insane kill potential. With that cookie, with the spin, it is going to kill him. And of course, Blink was a little bit out of position there, dying to that rotation.
I'm trying to put so much pressure on Kasich, but it's not really seeming like it does a whole heck of a lot. In fact, they're taking like damage right back off from him.
Get him, guys, get him.
They silenced him,
How many last hits did he miss for this?
Yeah.
Is that salve really worth it?
He missed like 2.
Consumables are expensive.
It makes your Curie go slower too. It's also the psychological warfare of, haha, you're low.
Uh-oh, Tucky? Woo! 50-something hit points. Ooh, Aramis, though. He's hoping that Tucky was going to go through the mid lane. But he's smart. He's playing outside in the trees.
Yeah, and again, you asked during the draft, Shiva, why Centaur strong, and it literally is this. Like, look at this 4 position. Aramis has just spent his entire time rotating between mid and kind of poking at the top area, not really committing yet, but it's the fact that he is fully free to do whatever he wants. He's stopping stacks occurring in the jungle. The vision as well was very deep. Like, yeah, this is a classic product of the tankier offlaners that get picked.
Just realized that they moved the screen over. This is wonderful.
I tried pointing.
Oh.
You were very committed to the small screen.
I am. I got to keep my eyes on everything that's happening, or else I get yelled at.
By whom?
Everyone. When am I not getting yelled at, Sheever?
Well, normally you're the one doing the yelling.
I am indeed. They did manage to go steal up the rune, though, so there's the invis over on Aramis. The body block's coming out over here on Hustla. There's 3 people here. There's the cookie hop again. This is looking like a dead Hustler, although he was trying to get that denial from Roshan.
They finally killed him.
That's what I was thinking. They finally killed Kazu.
Yeah.
So normally on the build on Centaur, you go for like double bracer or like an early hood. So I guess he just didn't have those items coming into play straight away, and that's why the 4th attempt at trying to kill him, it finally did prevail. Kazu getting a bit too comfortable in the lane, and it is good to see No Bounty Hunter finding punishment. In these type of games, when you're playing against a team that is, on paper better than you, you can feel confident with just, okay, we're trading farm, we feel good here. But the fact they are able to, even get the kills and push deeper, it's a good sign from No Bounty, especially these lower division teams. They get way too happy with just farming.
Do we have a judgment yet on the mid lane?
I believe this yes is going in the favor of Boom there.
Boom's keeping his slot on the team.
All right, it's the bottom.
This is it.
The stomp?
He doesn't have his boots. His range up just got removed or kind of given to him. So yeah, unfortunately, he just wasn't ready for that type of aggression.
Well, it's got to make you feel pretty happy on the side of No Bounty Hunter.
How many times have you made puns off of Khan's name? Like, can he do it? Can't he do it? You ever done that before? I'm just trying to scope out if it's like a...
if it's an accepted thing to do.
We've used it a couple times. I don't think that we've used up all the points on it. Definitely not this season, I don't think, right?
Look, blink and you'll miss him dying.
Okay.
God, I can't even focus on the fight now. All right, there it is. Blink gets murdered by Boom. Get a couple of these slides off because they have a nice... Oh, the drink quad does get used and the cookie snap coming out. It's a dead celery as now Boom is surrounded by multiple heroes. He's trying to just fight here with Flash. Flash, of course, not very high level just yet. And Taki needs to be careful as well because Aramis has joined the side. And he's going to try to orb away. Oh, the Remnant, though, coming forward. He was trying. He's not going to be able to quite do it. As Ntaki turns right back around again, bottles up. They've got the... oh, God, they just murder Ntaki over on the side. Now Hustler just trying to buy a little bit more time, trying to buy some space. It's fairly tanky. Does get slide again by Boom. There's a regen rune here. He wants to at least deny it from Boom, and he won't be able to, but he'll die in the process. No, I think that's totally worth it. Oh, I mean, no, never mind. Celery's bringing the bottle service.
All right. Do you think that refilling a bottle should be in the game? Like TPing to mid and someone else filling up your bottle?
It's always been there, though.
Yeah, no, but I feel like we've had it for too long.
I think with the recent changes, with the map being made bigger in terms of feel, right? Because movement speed a little reduced, TPs being more expensive unless you die a lot.
Yep.
I think the sacrifice of the support teleporting mid and then having to walk wherever that person's walking to. Yeah, I think it still should be in the game.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Because it's a strategical decision to make, and you're crippling somewhere else.
We've already taken out the Bottle Crow, too.
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps the setup here. Call down. Stampede's going to come down as well. So Khan not going to survive this. And the slide coming out now. Hustler is just going to be a bunch of scrap parts.
Yeah, I just love how active Viking are being on the map.
Taki hoping that maybe he can get something out of this. Cookie hop not quite going to land, so it's taking a while, but eventually Celery will fall in that mid lane.
And this is punishment for TPing mid for the bottle refill. Would he be there if he wasn't refilling a bottle?
Or he gets a TP scroll.
Hey.
He got it back.
Well, I think Flash just got the D ward there too, at the very least. So, you got to look at the small victories coming out, but he's definitely getting a lot of action here.
And the rune is top. It's an illusion rune.
Yeah, it's rooted in place. Does have the the slight from Boom though. Down
firm tip,
goes the puck.
Boom was watching the pre-match interview.
Oh, he definitely would have been. He was also making it to Reddit today. I don't know if you guys saw.
Oh, really?
Wasn't a good thing.
Uh-oh.
What
What'd you
happened?
do?
Apparently was in the same game as BSJ.
Yep.
And he ran down mid.
Oh.
Yeah. Not great.
But was it because Brian's fault? What did Brian do?
Obviously, it was Brian's fault. I have no idea. I didn't watch the full clip.
I heard BSJ and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Let's
It
hear
was on. It was on his stream. I can find out the full scope of it. Please hold.
Okay. We'll watch the Dodos goes on. Nice cogs though. We'll push back Boom. You can see Aramis getting into position here. Does find Flash, though. There'll be the Avalanche. The toss right back. Already had one slight. Boom is just having the time of his life. What is he, 7-0 right now? Maybe about to be 8-0 here as well. Silence does come out. They've got the Stampede. They've got those Mortimer kisses. And Tucky doesn't have anything to save himself, to move away. He's going to try to orb out with the last one from downtown. Will connect. Aramis, though, will get punished by Khan. Hook shot coming in again. Poor Celery. He just had an unfortunate accident in mid. He doesn't want to relive that. And it looks like he's going to avenge himself here because he'll collect a kill on Hustler. And they'll throw down that pit of malice. Boom, though. He's still very healthy, very full of mana for the most part. He's going to be allowed to just play, poking, throwing out some chains, you know. Just have to be a little bit careful. Celery sitting a bit low behind him, though, ready to save him with a cookie.
They just have no damage on no Bounty Hunter. Compared to like the pre-15-minute damage of Viking has, it's all locked into their levels. You know, if they're in the fight as 3 or 4, they got the stuns, they got the magic damage, they have the way to kill heroes. The Bounty Hunter, they rely on a really good coil, locking someone inside cogs, gyro being present, maybe a fight. Like, they have such minimal damage, and you can see that as they mass TP in, trying to convert, you know, the numbers advantage, but they just don't have anything. So yeah, Viking, they're playing as 4 pretty much this entire game. Meanwhile, Shad in the top lane, 6.2k net worth, completely untouched, and the position. Ooh.
That's a problem when the tankiest guy on the team just looks like absolute ceramic. Flash, too, is just getting bullied here by Boom. Hook shot comes in from Hustler, though. Plus the Dream Core, they're going to be able to leash this Ember Spirit and possibly get their first kill on him. That is a dead Boom.
That was the best opportunity that no Bounty Hunter will get in this game to kill the Ember Spirit, simply because he was by himself, playing up in their face, preventing their farm, and their damage comes from, like I just said, it's the coil, it's the hook shot. They could lay it all quite cleanly onto the Ember. There wasn't that +1 damage source from Viking to save or kind of scare no Bounty Hunter from killing him. But yeah, that's just Boom. This is a type of death where, in reality, it means nothing in the game. They've just forced no Bounty to use all their spells for 1 kill. It means they can't make any map movements. They're not suddenly pressuring a tower off this. They're not suddenly, you know, moving deep into the jungle to try and stop Juggernaut from farming.
That's a healthy amount of farm, or not farm, but the kill gold is halfway decent, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a compromise. So it's like, oh, we have to kill him. So Boom's happy because, haha, you killed me, but it never feels great when you're behind in the game, getting kills that are kind of being given to you.
True. But I still think we take those.
No, you do take them. You don't let him live. You know, sorry, Boom, please enter our jungle. And yeah, Boom instantly going for the yours because he knows if he just survives, you know, if he can prolong his life for 2-3 seconds, he's going to be able to remnant away because there isn't reliable stuns coming out from the Bounty Hunter either.
They're hunting, making sure that no one's teleporting in behind this tower, and Blink doing the best he can here to put a little bit of damage down, but you can see the response already coming out from Viking Shad. He feels like he might want to try to fight this. He's got Celery for backup as the teleports are starting to come in now. The Blink forward here from Aramis, the toss up into the air, and again, Blink goes down.
Falling so quickly, yeah. Unfortunately, he's not as tanky as he thinks he is, and no Bounty Hunter. Their response to this aggression was, we need to group up as 5 and try and take a tower on the map, but I absolutely love this item from Shad. I love the SMY. We saw it in the Nigma series where RTW, he's under a lot of pressure when SMY allowed him to fight. This game's completely different. He's not under pressure, he can bite, he can fight, he's gonna feel so good.
This is a bit tough here. Oh, but the snap on the coil, the cookie probably not coming into handy that time. So they do manage to take down Casey, but they're gonna have to fight a little bit more here. As Khan's sitting very, very low. They're trying to keep him alive, but they're not gonna be able to. He will fall to Boom as they'll start chasing after Flash. He does not have that ultimate available. He is gonna be curtains.
I have a question.
Yes.
All right. We got no Bounty Hunter. They're like, we are going to take this tower, as T says. We're going to go as 5, so they go as 5. They lose one, the same one that is, well, just coming in too late here, and they're losing more. So Viking replies with 5. Why would they still run back in?
They're just trying to get something from nothing. And it's kind of what happens when you're in this type of game where you haven't even hit a tier 1 tower with confidence and you're being ran up by these kind of pick-off heroes, you feel like you need to make moves, and this is all they're trying to do.
You're saying you feel like you need to make moves. Do you have to?
A little bit. A little bit. It's a desperation play, because if you can either try to fight, try to make something happen, or you just sit there and slowly bleed to death.
Yeah, do you want to know the honest truth here? The two options they have is go fight and die, go farm and die.
Yeah.
Option 3 is probably farm a lot more, wait for the high ground defense, split the map open a little bit, utilize that puck, and then play off of that. But I'm kind of seeing the real way for No Bounty Hunter to get themselves is a big Roshan contest. But the pace of this game is so quick from Viking. It is kind of methodical how they keep moving from place to place.
Yeah.
And they're just getting kill after kill. Like, simply put, the product of this aggression is the vision in this game right now. Like, if you look at the minimap, it is 3 dire wards pretty much in all areas of the jungle to mid lane. It doesn't allow No Bounty Hunter to kind of sneak out and get any farm.
This one's a little bit of a question mark for me, the fact that Flash has just walked up like that and they don't have the clockwork, but yeah, there's a stampede as expected. Flash is gone in a flash. Ducky is next to fall. Sapphire Kisses just raining hellfire down upon the side of No Bounty Hunter.
How opposed to me keeping a tally of name puns would you be?
I was hoping you'd actually use that one, so I think you should. I think, yeah, big props to Moxie.
Okay.
Gone in a flash, yeah.
Moxie and T are competing against each
God,
other.
I hate myself right now for making these puns. This is an absolute disaster.
If you can make a pun out of Kezu, then you're a god.
Okay, I got one. I got one.
All right.
That's gotta come up though. It's gotta be topical.
No, yeah, please.
Is it Monster Hunter related?
No, it's not.
Oh. Did you know that there's a monster in Monster Hunter that's called Kezu?
No, I did not.
Wow.
It's a blind... It's the only monster in Monster Hunter that doesn't have music. Because the way Monster Hunter works is that when the monster sees you, that's when the music starts, and every monster has different music. But the Kezu is blind, so the music never starts because he never sees you.
Sometimes Kezu does play like he is blind.
There you go.
Woo!
No, I love Kezu, so I'm allowed to say that. He'd give me the approval.
Okay, good.
All right.
We lived together for a month, not flexing, but
A little bit flexing.
a little bit.
Does genius rub off in proximity?
Unfortunately,
then,
no.
Which way do you mean that?
His
see, that's the secret, Jeeves.
His career did go down a lot
I'm
better.
complimenting, and one of them I'm flaming.
Oh. Just flame me, it's a lot easier. We can't double flame Kezu.
I mean, we were, so don't worry.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I hope they can hear the sarcasm bleeding from my voice.
Oh. Flash, he's
Can't say gone in a flash.
No, I can't say gone in a flash. He is
still
dead,
gone,
though.
Yeah, it's dead. This is looking, pretty dire for No Bounty Hunter, simply because they don't have a clean way to take fights, and now you have Aegis advantage as well for Viking. And it's why I love this build from Juggernaut, where you go straight for that SMY, because it allows you to take so many early fights, and you just feel so much more confident to cross that river and apply pressure. And boom, for sure. Before the series started, I said it's between him and Ducky as the two closest players.
He's trying.
Yeah,
Look at him.
Phenomenal.
He's trying. Avalanche, not quite enough damage just yet, but...
All right, you got to take those. That's one kill.
Yep. One at a time. They'll get there. Eventually. Maybe. I do like the Roche setting up thing, though, which might explain the No Bounty Hunter trying desperately to secure their triangle, because that's where the Roshans start. They have got one UBS out there, so that's good. But they already lost the Aegis, so they gotta wait for the next one around.
Cookie hop forward here, trying to body block a little bit onto Blink. Couple of slice. Hook shot over onto the back lines, though. Perhaps they can find themselves a kill over onto Celery. There'll be a big call down. Not going to really connect too much, as again, look at Boom. He is just having the time of his life, being allowed to just zip around all over the place. Down goes Blink again. He's 12-1-9. It doesn't get much better for the Ember Spear right now.
I guess we have to highlight the fact that Gyrocopter is 10k net worth. He has been able to at least somewhat keep close to the Juggernaut. In these type of games, he can very quickly just get lost in the chaos and the fight. And yeah, he's got Maelstrom, he's got Ags. If he gets that BQB, maybe he can kill a Snapfire or something. But yeah, for sure, yeah.
He has to live for like another 20 minutes or so.
They might be able to find the kill though over here on the Ember Spirit. He does have that Yule, so buys him just a bit more time to blink forward here, coming out from Aramis, trying to just burst them down. Not going to be able to quite do it, and we are seeing some of that damage now coming out from the Gyrocopter, but those are good searing chains will hold them into place. Tucky, he's trying, he wants to get this kill onto Aramis. The hook shot comes through from Hustla. They do eventually find that kill, but now the pushback here on Celery. Hustla has to be careful. He's going a little bit too far here. He doesn't have any way of being able to hook out. He already used it. Blink was trying to get him in the bus, trying to get in the party van, but he just isn't going to be able to do it. So it is just a party of 2.
That was big, though. I think they did really well, considering they're so far behind in game play.
Well, that's because the Juggernaut was farming jungle, Centaur was in the lane, so it was pretty much 3 versus 5. And I loved how Viking utilized their spells there, because you have the buddy system. Ember Remnants out, but turns around, slight chains. Then you have the Snapfire using Cookie to disconnect, you've got the Tiny using Toss. Like, they have so many kind of help each other spells where they just were able to prolong that fight long enough that it wasn't catastrophic for the positioning of Viking. But again, realistically, one death doesn't stop the death ball of Viking. They just keep running down lanes. They have this SMY Sood-P Skadi Juggernaut who is soon unkillable. Like, for Gyro to play this game, he needs like BKB Butterfly Satanic Rapier. Like, that's pretty much when I see no Bounty Hunter being in a good, healthy position.
Oh, Tucky? No, they have the vision on him. He was trying really hard to make a clever play using that Dream Coil, but eventually does get spotted out.
Yeah, I like what Ducky was trying to do there. Like, if he continues to play behind the tier 2s, just skipping waves, forcing Viking to have to look back there, it will take 1 or 2 heroes to kill him. That's now, you know, an extra couple of jungle camps for Gyrocopter. And we are now looking for Gyro to be hitting 3 or 4 items to play this game. Like, they physically can't take a fight unless it's at their tier 3s where they can utilize buybacks, or maybe if Viking are heavily out of position, comfortable with farming the entire map.
Well, they might get a chance to fight very soon. But
I think the fight's coming to them, Shees.
Yeah.
I think they've got an Invis rune on Keizu. He's more than happy to do some scouting, and he's gonna blink on an unlucky specimen. But they have a lot of control over here, like they said, you know, the only hope they really have currently is just to have the puck. He's the only one who really can make these risky sort of plays, trying to cut waves, trying to just buy them some more time, but they are going to smoke up, and the Aegis does get reclaimed during this.
Okay, this is nice.
This is their time.
They have to find, like, the perfect jump.
I mean, that looks pretty good if you're able to get it, but the teleports are already coming out. Call down, the Dream Coil has been used. He's still silenced up, though. Are they going to be able to fight? Yes, they get the kill on Boom. So that is a pretty good play here, but they will unfortunately lose Blink, who is trying to protect the tier 2. Can they cut them off, though? Do they want to try to cut them off is the other question. Shad. He's just running at Flash, running at Khan, but does have to be a little bit careful. There is a missile being tossed out at him. And you can see the Gyrocopter trying to keep his distance. All 4 of them grouped up together, but they don't have the Dream Coil any longer. They already used it over on the Ember Spirit. Okay, so thinking perhaps he was going to show back up, but there's going to be a Cookie Hop coming out now. Shad over onto the low ground. Just going to start farming up as they toss another little missile at him. He's going to have a short-lived life, though, as it is immediately destroyed by Little Shredder.
Yeah, no, Bounty Hunter, they excellently timed the Roshan to be able to find, a fight to play. They did kill the Ember Spirit. Of course, Juggernaut was on the Aegis, but you don't really want to touch him at all. And if Underlord wasn't dying there in the top tier 2, maybe they could look to then combo another fight using his ultimate, but unfortunately Blink dying, it didn't really give them a position to fight. But again, the Bounty, they're keeping themselves thinking forward, which is a good sign.
Oh, the toss back here. Hustler was trying to save him using that hook shot. The Abaddon doing the best they can, trying to keep Khan alive. It's too difficult, though. There's too much damage. They will be able to get a consolation prize, though, in the form of Aramis. But Shad's here, and Shad's looking angry that one of his teammates is gone. So they are going to feel that fury as, again, nice hoof stomp coming out from Keizu, and the final hit comes out from Shad.
They fought too far forward. I was like, yes, nice. They're thinking of this Aegis time and doing this, and then they get one kind of half good play, and that false confidence of going, okay, let's go do a little bit more on the map, and then Viking instantly shut down any hopes of no bounty, trying to get something from the map, and soon that map's going to be very small again.
And they delayed that BKB by quite a bit. He was only 800 gold away from it, can't farm for 40 seconds, and loses gold, so it's going to be quite a long time before they can actually fight again, properly.
Dota 2 is a fun game, but not if you're dead and not able to play.
Yeah.
This tier 2 is just getting wailed upon, and I don't even think Blink should even just try to move or do anything here. I think it's very, very scary, but he's
brave. Well.
He's thinking. Good try.
Okay, so they're using fortification here to prolong the engagement because they're smoking right now around the back in the hope to punish the lack of positioning from Viking. You see that Tiny isn't here and Centaur isn't here, but they are very disciplined in Viking. They do not accept this kind of minimal bait that was being shown. It's like, you know what? You can deny this tower. We don't care. We're going to reset and we're not going to give you an opportunity to make a play. But that does show that Viking is still respecting no bounty hunter, even when they do have a firm grasp on the game.
They have a counter smoke coming into play, though. They are on the high ground, so perhaps... No, they don't end up going that way, although Taki... They could get a nice stomp here, possibly. Shad, of course, is right nearby. But they're just kind of camping out over around the Roche Pit. They're waiting for that next respawn.
I'd love to see in this position, actually moving the puck from this fight area, but to push in bot lane. Force Viking to think about another tower, and then he can instantly TP in. I guess the difficult part with that is there are no tier 2s alive. There is no outpost in this top area of the map for him to play off of, so he can't quickly get back into the fight. And it's the difficulty of losing towers so early in the game is you can't make these quicker plays.
Yeah, well, the BKB was just picked up for the gyrocopter, and they've used the Dream Coil, but the stomp over on the back lines coming out from KZ. Go, he'll use a Stampede to hold them into place, though, using a nice pit of malice, and of course, using that hook shot, but they just don't have the damage, not quite yet, although, you know, you look at Khan over on the back lines, KZ trying to run away, he's not going to be able to. So that is the first BKB reveal coming out here from Khan. Shot needs to be a little bit careful too. He's playing a bit close here. A couple slides. Cookie on the back line here. Grandma, are you going to be able to make it out alive? Cookie Hop coming forward. Blink is here though. Need to be careful. They're in very close proximity. They've got the Avatos over the back lines. They still managed to take down Celery. Khan, he needs a little bit more help, and they're doing it. They have plenty of damage this time around.
All right.
They take down Boom, they take down Aramis, and buy back on Celery because they're worried about this Roshan.
That was
They can go
good.
back in though. Isn't the Roshan soon spawning? Am I reading that clock wrong?
35
seconds. I mean, they can do it before Emma comes back.
You know, I'm thoroughly impressed with the bounty hunter there. They were able to take that fight pretty well. They got the jump onto the Ember Spirit, but I think the main MVP of that fight was Ducky. The way that he kind of baited Shad onto him, and he had that Ghost Scepter for the Omni Slash. He just completely wasted all of Juggernaut's impact in the fight, and it allowed then for this Gyrocopter to feel confident because he wasn't scared of the Juggernaut and how he countered him, so they was able to continue fighting on. So yeah, big props to Ducky. They've been able to just kind of isolate the threats of Viking and just tank them up for his team.
I mean, this is a team that, you know, definitely is the underdog coming in here, but they're showing very good signs of life.
They have grit, you know?
They do.
The game's been rough, Moxie, but you know, they're sticking it out. They're keeping their comms positive and forward thinking. They're trying to find ways to keep themselves in the game.
Ooh. Shad trying to decide who he wants to just plunk away at, and there's the Ava. Toss right back in. Flash, he's taken a lot of that damage, but eventually that ult will end, and so will his life.
And every 5-position player right now knows how good Flash is here, because don't worry, lads, tanked it for you guys. Keep on farming. Keep it up. PMA.
The gank. Stampede, though, coming out. The blink forward from Aramis. The top right back in here. Asla. Nice stomp coming out from KZ. He's trying to get that last hit, and he does indeed manage it.
This is pretty much kind of Dota 101 is what Viking's demonstrating here. You get a kill. Instantly, when you get a kill in one area of the map, you flood to the other side of the map. You don't allow them any time to get that extra camp. And now, because they killed Nabadan, who had buyback, they then also somehow killed the Clockwork because he was out of position. Outside of Roshan, Roshan respawns. We said it was 35 seconds. It's now up. That's now going to be devastating for no bounty hunter. If they were able to contest this Roshan, a comeback story could be on the cards. But
they're trying some cheeky plays here. Tucky's really hoping, really trying. Waiting Rifts into the middle of everyone here. Cooking up just a little bit.
He got
it! He manages to steal it. The Radiant takes the Roche and takes the Aegis. Oh, man.
Is he going to get it?
Look at this. Blink's
leave it.
All right.
Nice. Uber 5 out of 5 stars and a tip, and then some.
He's getting a healthy tip.
Yeah.
He started the ult in the pit, then he forced it. Oh, you know what? I just thought they wouldn't. God damn, Ducky.
Doom just made T-Gov stand up. That's
Why not?
Excited.
I sat down because I was like, oh, Vikings got Roshan now. And then they had to pause. Ketsu's like, gotta think this one through, lads. There's some lag happening. Oh, let's get a replay.
Look at this. Look at this.
All right, so
cheeky play.
Gets it. But this is the real part. Hold up. Look at the Uber on the
Here
southern
he
side.
comes.
He's waddling in. Oh, he gets tossed. Wait. Wait. Wait, hold on a second. That play was only made possible because Aramis tossed the Underlord deeper into the fight. Ooh. No.
Please? Oh no, pause counted.
I guess, yeah, someone came back and someone probably went to the toilet. Bless
Aramis
him.
made a boo-boo.
I wish there was a weatherman actually, because like I can assume that, but maybe he still was in range for like a 4-star play. But
No, that was
ooh.
definitely an alley-oop.
It felt like a whoop. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
that
in.
was nothing but net right there.
Yeah, okay. Damn. But either way, very good from the Bounty Hunter. They were able to get the classic puck still, and then doubled it with an excellent Uber service with a bit of help from the Tiny.
How is this 5v5 late game potential? Like, is the favor for late game on the side of no Bounty Hunter? Do they have a good shot, or is it mostly the gyro with the rapier that's gonna have to carry them out?
Yeah, I think we're aligning ourselves for the gyro being I have everything and I survive an Omni Slash.
Khan, though, he's got himself a BKB and he's dishing out a decent amount of damage. He is going to need some help, though. Flash has to keep him alive, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. So down goes Khan, down goes Flash. They got a little bit too excited here as Blink tries to teleport away. Don't quite have the vision on him, but he's not going to be able to leave. So that is 4 dead on the side of
Damn it, no Bounty Hunter. Stop playing with my emotions. What are you doing? You're losing the game, you're contesting Roshan, you get the Aegis, and then you die.
Ducky,
My emotions.
Ducky, you're being a little bit too showy here.
Oh no, he's...
Yep,
He's
I
just
don't
dead.
know why you would do that. But he's going right back up again. Does manage to dodge. He's got the blink. He'll go. He gets a 3-man Dream Coil. But can't do a whole heck of a lot aside from that. He's going to buy a little bit more time. And he is able to blink away. He's hoping that nobody can see him in the trees. Oh, no, Aramis, he makes a correct call. Again, he's very slippery to try to get your fingers on, but eventually does die to Aramis, and the tower is being sieged.
This is a roller coaster of a game. I feel, unfortunately for no Bounty Hunter, every time they have a good play, they then seem to play the map like they're, in an even state. And unfortunately, they are just getting punished. The first time in the top area of the map, and now just in the jungle after contesting the Aegis.
It's a nice bit of Malice, though. Does manage to keep Flash alive. Hustler jumping forward here. He's going to take a majority of this Omni Slash, although nope, it goes over to Blink. Shats, he's a bit deep here. They need to get some right click off, and he is going to try to teleport on out. Blink, though, still alive, so they managed to protect their racks. Look at this Ntaki. He's just plinking away over here. He's hoping that he can catch any sort of a straggler. Does eventually manage to find Celery over here on the corner. Does have a Glimmer Cape. They don't quite have that detection just yet. So it looks like maybe they... Oh, that's a very... woo! The tips are coming out for that one. The heal up over here onto Blink. He's hoping that maybe they can make it back home. And it looks like they're probably... No, last second. He is dead. As the rest of the team of Viking kind of caught in a weird sort of area, but the BKB comes out from Shad now as they slide forward here with Boom. Flash sitting very, very low, already having that ult proc, and he's doing everything he can. He's trying to put out all this damage, but he just doesn't seem to have enough for everyone that is here. Another pit of Malice holding him into place. Taki just trying to poke at them. Do manage to snap the coil over onto Keizu, but it doesn't do quite enough here. It's a lot of noise for nothing, it feels like.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I was trying to think of a pun or a joke to play on analyst there, sorry. Yeah. This, no Bounty Hunter have kind of, they played with my emotions a lot in this game, Moxie. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, they're not done playing with it yet. They're not completely out of this game, T.
They're going to find another comeback?
You're going to experience the spectrum of human emotion throughout this game.
It's way too
You have joy,
full
you
in.
have sadness, terror,
Sorrow,
remorse.
pity, death,
death.
and another one.
God, Nataki plays so well, and then all of a sudden he just gets blown up.
It went from one Aegis still, getting that amazing play, the reset out, to then just 4-man wipe, Aegis lost, and now the game, Viking, they just don't let off the pressure. And I think that you have to give them a lot of props for how they played this game, constantly sweeping across the map, never allowing no Bounty Hunter any time to just relax in the state of the game.
I mean, the game's not over to you, acting like it's already over.
I'm just setting it up for the Ancient to fall. That's it, Moxie.
Tips coming out from Aramis here. Towards Aramis, rather. And they'll rotate now to the top lane. They're trying. They've got Heart. They've got Spirit. The toss up into the air this time, but it looks like Aramis finally is going to fall. It's Keizu jumping forward, trying to protect him. Not going to be able to quite do it, but again, these racks are falling. Boom. So trying to get forward here. The spin coming out, but now from Shad. Can they find anything? The BKB from Boom does need to be a little bit careful though, because Khan, he is dishing out more damage. Hookshot not going to quite connect coming out from Hustla. So they managed to take a tower in the mid lane and the racks, and tower and half racks in the top lane.
Real question is, do you think Viking waits for another Roshan to then end the game? Or do you think they have the confidence right now to sweep to the bottom side of the map, take the tier 2 and go for it again?
With a double damage rune, they might. But at the same time, if their movement that we saw earlier with the on the tier 2 top, when they were backing off then, if that's anything to go for. Tier 2 top, tier 2 top, tier 2 top. The fourth would have been very difficult, not gonna lie. But if that, you know, behavior was anything to go off, they'll take it slow. They'll take the safe road. Maybe if you were to ask me that a year ago, I would have said that they would have definitely tried. Yeah. You know, we're ahead, let's go. But maybe also, they'll wait on the high ground, apparently, seeing if someone dares to walk up.
This is one unkillable Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah.
You don't often see a BKB on Juggernaut, but this is the build of, I am going to non-stop fight you, and sure, if I waste spin, I'm going to have that kind of second life in Jug terms because you have another BKB. Whew.
Chad the Chad.
It's a very manly build, very aggressive build for sure.
Very fierce indeed. So they'll smoke up over on the side of Viking, and they're hunting. They want to ensure that the next fight that they take is in their advantage even more so. And then they can finish up this game. So you can see Shad leading the charge. Flash having to be very careful. But again,
they're about to see the courier, so they know someone's there. Oh.
But it's Flash. This is the one person that if you want that gank to happen to tank. Oh, look, they're going to be friends. Oh, look. Hello. Hi.
Vision range, I don't
Please
think
don't pay
big
attention
enough.
and talk to me in the bottom lane. He's not here, I promise. Teleport out and see you later. And
Very
Flash
nice.
also managing to survive. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah, Viking pretty much just trying to use the vision that they already have on the map to then smoke to the opposite side to try and find that pickoff once again. They've done a really good job this game of smoking for a pickoff into an instant objective.
After all that, Flash still lost his courier, by the way. Just wanted to point out.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll grow back. If the game doesn't end before that.
Nah, surely not.
I think this game's got about 5 minutes left on it.
5 minutes. Okay, is that your official?
But 5 minutes left.
5 minutes, yeah.
Is it guaranteed for Viking to win?
Yeah.
How about you say 20 minutes, and then we still have no bounty hunter getting a good shot?
So that's going from, like, if we were doing like the Dota Plus, you know, predictions right now, it's like 90. Thank you. Yes, I've got 99% right now. In 20 minutes, it could be like
96. Sorry.
I never knew that.
It is glasses.
I never knew it actually had the number in the bottom left. I won't lie.
Really?
This entire time, on every single time I watched people talk about this, I just thought you were really good at like estimating. Oh my! Wait, can I see the Dota Plus again? Just so I can. I am
96%.
You really you need glasses.
God, I need glasses.
You need spectacles, my friend.
Wow.
I don't think that's a glasses problem.
No, it is actually. He actually has very poor eyesight.
Yeah.
Why don't you have glasses then?
I'm just scared they don't make me look cool. I don't have the face for glasses.
You could get lenses.
That's the plan eventually. But not right now.
All right.
I think you'd look charming with glasses.
Yeah. Also, don't they add like the extra, like, okay, I'm very clever.
It works for
Flair.
Brian.
Yeah.
No flame. No flame.
No, I guess I do need that. Yeah.
I do like when you get all like, you know, real focusy.
I've got to squint sometimes. It's real bad.
But
honestly.
imagine if you could squint while holding your glasses. That makes you look
Damn.
smart.
What if you just got a monocle?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
On brand.
Oh, sorry.
Tea, governor.
What were you
Just a cup of tea in your monocle.
Exactly, yeah.
Where's your top hat, sir?
I'm not pretentious, I'm just British.
Right. 20k gold in favor of Viking, and they're still not at 100%.
So I said 5 minutes. How many minutes ago?
2 minutes, 3 minutes? 2 minutes.
Let's go 2 minutes. Yeah, that can confirm. Comeback was on the cards, and that was the Aegis comeback, and then they threw it away. What's the gyrocopter packing right now? Oh, beautiful. You know, he's got the butterfly, which is soon to be mitigated from the upcoming MKB that the Juggernaut had just completed. So yeah, I think for Gyrocopter, we are looking in the region of Satanic Rapier. Is the timing for No Bounty Hunter to maybe make a big comeback? But yeah, Shad's going to rip through towers with that leveler. He's got everything he needs, so this is the slow and steady Viking game to decide when they want to take the next fight.
Well, Roshan's soon gonna be up. We have flares coming out from the Bounty Hunter. There's an illusion still in there for quite a while, but not long enough for the Roshan to respawn, so the illusion's gonna despawn before the Roshan spawns. What's up, T?
Can they do it again?
Ooh, yeah, can
Also,
they?
couriers don't give vision inside the Roshan pit anymore, so it's all about
the flares.
It's all about the flare now. But yeah,
Ooh, we had an illusion battle.
Can they do it again? Can no Bounty Hunter still the Aegis to change that from a 96% to a 93%?
He's done it. The Ghost Gyrocopter has defeated the Ghost Juggernaut.
If the Roshan gets stolen, I think the percentage change would be...
Are you factoring all the deaths here too?
At least 3%.
Oh, they know it's up.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't forget, there's an Aghanim's Blessing on this Roshan. So.
You say only 1% difference?
No, I said 93%. I said, I
yeah,
agree
exactly.
with you. Yeah, 3%, yeah.
No, you said 93%, meaning only 1% lower than 94%. I'm saying it will be 91%.
Okay. I'll go with 1%. Then,
How about you, Moxie?
I just want Clockwork to get a jetpack at this point. It's probably not happening, let's be really honest. It did just get buffed.
There's always hope in the game of Dota 2.
There is, but everybody knows that this Rosh is up, so this is where all eyes are going to be. And ooh, there's a tasty double damage rune over in the bottom part of the river that no one knows exists just yet.
And more importantly, we have to remember how No Bounty Hunter was able to win some fights previously when they're behind. It was, tanking up the Omni Slash, removing that component, and then they have a pretty good shot. So I think it's all on them to bait out Shad, to waste his ultimate, and then maybe they can make a good fight. So being proactive, it will be very helpful.
Smoking action is going to break Khan and Shad. The jump forward immediately, toss up into the air, and already Hustler is not going to be a part of this fight. He is going to bite back, though. He's not willing to let this fall. They know that's going to be a big problem when they go and they drop the Pit of Malice. Oh, it's a 3-man Dream Coil plus the silence coming out, but do they have the damage? Can they get in there fast enough? They are stunned up over on the back lines, though. Lucky, he's taking a lot of damage, and he doesn't seem to have any way to really be a part of this fight. As Khan, he's trying to hit as much as he can, but it's just looking too difficult. They're not going to be able to... Oh, last second, man. Blink has got some great getaway driving skills here.
Too late for Ducky and Flash, though. That's gonna cost them the Roshan, and that's gonna... It definitely made them take longer than the 5 minutes that T said.
That's true. You know, they stuck it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, for No Bounty Hunter, that play, it was kind of a Hail Mary of maybe we find a really good pickoff, and we can then start pressuring that Roshan. And they had to buy back on the clock. They just lacked damage once again. They hit a 3-man coil, but Ember instantly then uses. They can't really get Gyro into the fight, so... Yeah, unfortunate for No Bounty Hunter, but props to them to sticking out the game, continuously trying to find ways to maybe punish Viking being too comfortable. But Viking, they are not playing for jokes. They are always making sure there's 5. They're always making sure that they're in the right position, and they're not allowing No Bounty to capitalize on one misstep.
Well, again, it's one of those situations too that you go back, you take a look at your replays, and maybe you can adjust some things. But there is a hook shot coming out now from Hustler, but over onto the back lines, they're jumping forward. A little bit off the mark there with that stomp. Call down is getting tossed down. Will connect on several of their heroes, but it doesn't seem to matter because they're just kind of taking a bath in the middle of it. Steering chains get tossed out. We'll root them into place for a little bit here. Shad's just going to spin to one out. Trying not to be too greedy. They're waiting a moment, possibly going to re-engage. But there it is. There's the double damage rune. He's constantly seeing Blink throwing down that Pit of Malice, trying to hold them into place. Gotta be careful of all these Blink daggers, though. They can't group up too tight because when they do, that's what happens.
He didn't
the
have
toss
enough
back Khan, though, he does have the BKB, and he's just trying to dish out some of this damage, but it's just not doing quite enough. He can't lifesteal fast enough either as they get right back in again. And looks like Snapfire is going to survive the toss back over. There it is. Those are those long-range kisses we were talking about. Blink goes down. Khan also to fall. Hustler trying. He wanted that kill on Celery, but the GG does indeed get called. They have had enough. It's time to move on to the next game.
Wow. All business there. They were... Oh, there we go. That's the smile.
He's a happy chap.
Thank you, Kazu. Much appreciated. That game, we kind of saw where it was going quite a while ago, and that's what the lack of smiles is all about as well. They were expecting to win this one. But I must say...
Oh, look at God, just so...
He is the only one that's happy.
I just love when you see a player cam and you can see the enjoyment they have from the game.
Yeah.
A lot of Dota kind of pros now, they played it so long, when they win, they're like, another day in the office.
That was the rest of the team.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like we're used to winning, but Kezzy's like, yay! He's like so excited, but no,
Way
yeah.
to make him the not cool kid, T. Jeez.
That's exactly how Kezzy sounds. Everyone who watches this stream would know he's that gigglish. But no, yeah, I think Viking is very ruthless with their style.
Yeah. Very cool. We're going to see if No Bounty Hunter can bounce back. We're first, of course, going to talk more about that first game. But before anything else, you're first going to look at some commercials. We'll see you after.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always, always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Where did you go when I called your name? Since you've been gone, it's like I'm insane. I can feel you near and yet so far away. I want you so much more than I can say. It's gotta be the story of my life. I'm standing at the doors to paradise. I'm waiting for somebody heavenly to let me in. It's gotta be the story of my life. I'm knocking at the door all day, all night. I'll give away my heart, I'll give it all, just let me in. I'm on a search for my chosen one. I'm on a search till the end of time. In my heart you're near, but you're so far away. I want you so much more than I can say. It's gotta be the story of my life. I'm standing at the doors to paradise. I'm waiting for somebody heavenly to let me in. It's gotta be the story of my life. I'm knocking at the door all day, all night. I'll give away my heart, I'll give it all, just let me in. Wherever I go, I'm calling you. Behind every door, I hope there's you. Wherever I go, I'm calling you, calling you. Behind every door, I hope there's you. It's gotta be the story of my life. I'm standing at the doors to paradise. I'm waiting for somebody heavenly to let me in. It's gotta be the story of my life. I'm knocking at the door all day, all night. I'll give
We just saw the first game of this best of 3 between Viking GG and No Bounty Hunter. You're watching the lower division of the Western European DPC League. Of course, it is DreamLeague Season 15, powered by Intel. And the first game goes the way of Viking GG, and they looked good. The draft was solid, the play was solid, and controlled movement coming out from the squad. On the other side, though, I do want to also give credit to No Bounty Hunter that were always looking for a way back into the game. They almost had a way back, and then they didn't. In the end, it is Viking that takes the victory. But they were close, Moxie.
It was, and you saw the joy on Tucky's face when he snatched that. He got the Roche kill, and he got the Aegis. He was pumped. But then it comes back to they got a little too excited, and they played a little too sloppily after that, and they kind of threw it away. And T has been just an absolute emotional roller coaster this entire time.
Yeah, because I thought Viking had won the game.
Yeah.
But then the puck stole the Aegis, and I was like, ooh, they could maybe have a little comeback. And then they died, and I was like, they can't win the game. And then, yeah, they just lost the game. So, yeah, I've been really thrown around the shop for this game alone. And but it gives me confidence for No Bounty Hunter. Maybe not against Viking right now, but the idea that against other lower division teams, that desire, that tenacity to keep themselves in the game, they would punish pretty much any other team in this division, I feel, because they wouldn't be, 4-man holding the high ground, farming one camp. Viking, they were so disciplined with how they farm. So I like the kind of forward thinking that No Bounty Hunter had. Of course, in this game, it never really came to fruition because their draft wasn't up to scratch compared to what they're scaling into. But I just love the fact they're always forward thinking for sure.
I do also want to once again touch back on a point that was made before, the story of Entaki trying out for Viking and then Boom also trying out for Viking and Boom getting chosen to play for Viking and Entaki being denied was the right call made. Because I did think that even though Ducky lost, he had some strong plays.
It was kind of very Boom favored because the laning phase, Boom demolished. I think the early rotations, Boom had 7 kills quite early on. It did help with Aramis helping with mid. But yeah, I think Boom played exceptionally well, and he did prove his why he was selected over a potential Ducky.
Spot safe.
Spot safe, yes, for sure.
All right, I also am curious to hear, we've seen Hustle obviously in the previous series also from No Bounty Hunter and worked out. This was a time where he was on the losing side, Moxie. We keep comparing him to Desire for good reason. Desire was the shot caller, playmaker of the team. How do you feel he fit in for this game particularly?
I think this was just a really difficult draft, honestly. I think it was hard to play because we talked about even before, yes, you've got Ntaki's on his puck, which is wonderful, but, when you've got so much pressure to be like one of the main initiators on a lot of these fights. And if you notice, it was, again, sometimes you see Khan going in there with Flash, backing him up with the Abaddon, trying to keep him safe, but it's just too disjointed. And then you also have to keep in mind, there's a Snapfire. You have to make sure that, you can also cancel out the Snapfire kisses, because when they're allowed to rain Hellfire down, it's absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
So I think it was just difficult for him. I think there were some plays that looked halfway decent coming out, but it was just a little bit too messy.
Yeah, they kind of had the same heroes doing the same thing. They have Clock, Puck, and Underlord. They're all kind of like AoE controls who want additional damage. And then you have Flash playing Abaddon who's like, good job, guys. Keep it up. You got this. He's kind of throwing out some heals, not doing damage.
Yeah.
And then you got Khan, who's having a difficult game. I don't really want to go in. So for sure, their draft had was a bit one-dimensional in how they kill a hero, and that was picked apart with this Juggernaut pick, with the essence of what Viking had, and why the game was so hard for them to win for sure.
Yeah, it definitely also was one of the points that we heard Ducky talk about. That would be the biggest hurdle for them to take, being able to get a draft that is at least even to what Viking is pulling out. We're going to find out if they can do it for the second game round, see if the draft is a little bit better on the side of No Bounty Hunter, or perhaps Viking will take this series 2-0. Who knows? We're going to find out after the break.
This earth is mine, my mother
Welcome back. Game 2, Viking.
Hey! My name's Shiva. Welcome back to
I didn't know we were already back. So I figured I had to make it sound as loud as possible before I actually started talking. Welcome back. DreamLeague Season 15, powered by Intel. We're ready for Game 2. Viking versus No Bounty Hunter. And we're going to hope that this time around No Bounty Hunter has a more well-rounded, easy-to-execute draft compared to the first game, because that's really where their biggest issue was. On the other side, Viking looking solid. They are considered the best in the group of the lower Western European DPC division. Maybe they can just make this a 2-0. We don't know yet, but we're going to find out. I believe we are in the draft. Hey, Moxie. Hey, T.
Hello. Nice of you.
Did I miss it?
Nice of you both to join me here as I shuffled back.
I actually have a picnic here. I've got my tea, my snacks, my water. You can't see any. That's amazing.
I'm the only one who's not noshing on something over
juice,
here.
a water, chocolate, and pasta.
This is where the camera will one day do
Picnic
the angle,
time.
the better angle.
I think we should have a picnic basket like right there.
Ooh, yeah. Can we get that for next week? We'll have a nice picnic. Oh, we could just lay it out on the floor. You could zoom in on us.
And that is actually a stage where the lighting can be good too.
Just saying it. Ooh, hello. Look who made it through the draft this time.
Oh, it's Earth Spirit, but this time on the side of Viking though. So we're gonna see Aramis play it.
Cat Cam.
But this time the cat's at least faced towards Kezu.
Ooh, he's looking at us. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, cat scritches.
Sorry.
Okay. No Bounty Hunter is actually thinking quite long about what they want to get first. And normally first phase picks are, things that you prepare, things that you know are going to happen. And this time, bonus time used. I don't think that's a really good sign, but they do go with the Centaur, which I think is a great sign because we saw Kezu own it in first game. I've heard things about Centaur earlier today as well, where it's like the most broken hero at the moment. I think that was BSJ's words. Not sure.
I'm not sure if I'd say the most broken hero. I think Beastmaster is the...
Oh, yes. Beastmaster.
The big bad buster
which is still in the pool, by the way. I don't know if any of these players play it.
I think if we look at, going back to Centaur real quick, for offlaners, he for sure is, a top 4 offlaner right now, and he is super scary. To your question about taking so much time, it does concern me a little bit because when you're second pick, it's so easy to plan out a draft because it's like, if they pick X, we pick Y, So the fact that they did take a little bit of time, maybe concerning they don't have, most thorough preparation coming into the series. But with the time used, they have done pretty well picking 2 very strong heroes. A Centaur Rubik lane is a classic combo that goes, to the older time. It's so strong. The Centaur is, free farms the lane. The Rubik, if there's any pressure, completely mitigates that kill threat with the Fade Bolt and then the Telekinesis. I think the question here for Viking is, what type of carry can they pick up to apply some pressure to this? For example, maybe just a casual lifestealer here, a hero that can play independent but can slowly run down the Centaur as well. They could also go for a Juggernaut just to apply some kill threat into the laning phase. But for sure, Viking could be thinking about just a big carry pick here because they see the offlane duo.
Usually they don't like to pick up Shad's hero this early, though, if possible. So I don't think we're necessarily going to see that. I think maybe we see a Keizu hero. And then,
That's strong.
The Tide Hunter, big old watermelon. They got a nice green theme going on over here.
I don't think they've lost on the Tide Hunter in this patch either. So yeah, it's when Kezu first joined the roster, when they were in the upper division, his Tide Hunter was looking very strong. His ability to kind of be selective with his Ravages, not wasting them, but also making sure that he's not just ravaging the guy he's going on. He's blinking a little bit further to hit the guy, in the fog behind. And he's just, I think Kezu Tide Hunter is very strong.
It's very similar in the way that a lot of the pros used to play Nyx Assassin. It's never just lining up for one stun. You're trying to hit multiple heroes with that Impale. So pretty neat, though, when you consider that Tide Hunter. Not exactly the, what would you call it? The precision hero
the flashiest,
by any means. Yeah, he's not...
when you miss the Ravages, you found ways to then, make the biggest of mistakes.
Why are you both looking at me? What's that about, team? Come on. And sometimes zoning Ravages are very important.
That's true.
So that you know where everybody is not.
And that's why I think we need to start tracking these stats. We need true statistics on,
you know what? In your profile, it says exactly how many Ravages you've had. not ravages, rampages. Rampages.
Yes.
It's also what there are, yes.
Yeah, so I also think that, yes, that's impressive, but I also like to see how many people I've hit with certain spells. When have I ever had, and I've had those, 5-man ravages? You know, how many of those have I had?
Don't the little shards, not the shards,
I know what you mean.
The relics. The relics. Don't those track like multi-hero?
Do they?
Yeah, some of them do.
Some
Not
do, yeah.
necessarily like a 5-man, but like 3 or more heroes.
But I would love to advertise number of RPs missed, for example, on my profile. You know, I don't really play Magnus, but I probably missed enough RPs to maybe, you know, flex on some people about how bad I am
So
at
when
hero.
you load into the game, that's your stat that is being highlighted.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. I want bad statistics too.
These are some sassy opinions. I would like to see
That's
a
good.
small segment called Tea Talk,
Yeah.
where you
And
you
then I
talk
can go
about
like,
these things.
Hey, look, it's crazy. Kez, who just picked Tidehunter and all his history of being a pro player, he's actually got the worst ravage rate of all pro. Imagine that statistic. It'd be so fun. And then that's the game he shows up and hits only 5-man ravages, blocking out the haters.
Yeah.
Was that a situation though where you could just, you know, try to throw that whole thing where you've got an account where you just miss every single one? Like you grief on purpose, and then later on you show up to the game, they're like, this guy, he's a total, you know,
Wait a
washed
second.
out. He's not any good. And then
Are you promoting
Are you promoting
smurfing?
smurfing?
if anything, I'm promoting sandbagging. Don't do it, kids.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't do it.
No.
So, no Bounty Hunter once again going for the gyrocopter. Why was it picked last game? To apply pressure to the offlane hero. Why was it picked this game? Exact same reason. It's going to be able to run down the Tidehunter. I think no Bounty Hunter potentially might be trying to flex it here, where it's going to be a 5 or a carry. I think that's maybe the likely scenario. And if it is just a face-up value gyrocopter, that is a little bit concerning. But with the Morphling pick, maybe you could assume it's just a carry, but still, it just feels like Viking are just going to have a very comfortable Juggernaut pick. Once again, not in this slot. This will be the 5 position. Yep, there you go, Disruptor. And then depending on what Bounty Hunter instantly pick. Ooh, okay. Io Gyro.
That is a classic.
So it's not the...
Support IO's win rate is not too hot though, if I recall correctly.
No, it's not at all. No. I'll quickly have a look for you there.
Thank you.
Let's find out.
Stats boy, fetch me stats.
I'm fetching.
Thank you.
Oh.
Faster, more prompt.
I can only
Chop,
click
chop.
so fast.
We're going to replace you with a machine.
That's already been done.
And they do go for that life stealer though, like you were talking about, T. Being able to have that rage in lane is going to be very valuable. Trying to mitigate some of that magic damage, and is also one of those sorts of cores that can be left alone in lane if they want to try to skirmish for those runes early on.
Am I crazy, or is it not super smart to pick Io into a Disruptor?
That's true. No, yeah, that's for sure. It is classic counter to the Io Gyro. But it does feel the speed in which Bounty Hunter picked the Io, they cared less about what Viking were picking, going, this is just our strategy. We have strong lanes. This is the first IO of the lower division, so there are no stats to be given there. Potentially it could be the first loss or the first win. That's how Dota works, you know? You win or you lose. But Viking, they eventually do go for the lifestealer, like I mentioned earlier in the draft. Why is it good? You are percentage-based damage, you have slow, and you can exist within your lane. If Centaur ever plays behind tower, you happily just start chunking down the creeps in front of the tower. You really don't care. And of course, into the Gyro matchup, you do not give it to hoots about any of the magic damage because you have Rage. Therefore, yeah, it's objectively a very strong pick, unless no Bounty Hunter are able to be quirky with this IO pick and potentially put it into like a mid-IO position with the Gyro carry, a really strong 5 position to apply some pressure, and then they have like an early BKB on the IO, early BKB on the Gyro, and that overwhelming pressure could be very strong. But that takes an incredible amount of like precision and skill, and I think unfortunately for the Bounty Hunter, they don't have that kind of playing pool to play the strategy. I don't see Ducky as an IO player. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. I was waiting. I was like, well, this is going to be quite a burn the way that he's headed.
Yeah, he's trying to work his way around it.
Trying to talk his way out.
I think the way that Ducky plays is way too active and forward aggressive.
Yes.
And
I
IO
would
is a
agree
bit
with
more kind of farm backwards. So yeah, I think.
He is. Ooh.
So what does well against Invoker?
Hello.
What
Not
could,
high.
What could Ducky play?
Mid.
Yeah, so this Invoker most likely will be Quaswex because they needed a hero to make moves on the map. There's not enough reliable stun to go Exhort, so yeah, it's going to be the either Witchblade or just an Urn, Vessel, that style, playing off the Tornado, playing off EMP. What beats him in lane? Pretty much any wave clearing hero that can find kills with the +1 rotation, but unfortunately for the Bounty Hunter, they don't really have that. Their lanes are very static, so I'd love to see a mid hero that can just be super farm orientated, just get fat, get greedy, and then when you hit that team timing, because you've been able to just play your side lane so well, that's when you group up and pressure. Because Vikings draft, Tide sits in the side lane, Lifestealer sits in the safe lane, and Invoker, Destructive, Earth Threat, they don't have the biggest amount of damage. So Viking isn't going to be flooding the map, hitting that death ball at 12 minutes. They're going to probably wait to around about 20 minutes, maybe play around that first Roshan, 18 minutes plus, and that's when they'll be grouping up. So there is a big window for no Bounty Hunter to greed up with this last pick for sure.
Trying to figure out what would exactly fit into this. Like, for the first thing came to mind, of course, was like, something finesse, something that moves.
Yeah.
But of
Any
course,
of the spirits still in?
No, Void's out. Storm is already out. That was banned.
Actually,
Ember's
all the
out.
spirits are out. Yeah, you're right.
And they already picked up Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
So not an option.
Queen of Pain out.
Kunkka doesn't feel good into Lifestealer. Oh, that's it.
Kunkka's also
Nothing
bad
tanky
anyway.
really works very well because like you can't even throw something that takes towers or like a Dragon Knight. I mean, you do have the Death Prophet I think is still available if they want to try to put pressure down, but that's not really a. It's not really a sitting in the lane and farming sort of.
Oh, Ducky's smiling though. Whatever hero
Yeah,
he's ready.
he's
like,
happy
"This
for
is
it. He's ready.
How dare they pick Invoker into me? For I shall pick this hero. Ah, too late. Time
I mean, they're using all their 15
How
seconds
are they
just to
ignoring
chill.
Beastmaster though is the thing that I just don't understand. Like
That's
that
true.
Uh,
hero is so incredibly strong.
Especially mid. Does it do well against Invoker mid?
It would do mid for sure.
Good against everything mid right now with the axes.
I like Tide though. I think Purge. Okay, just go for a casual Viper. Just cheeky little Viper. Really annoying. But Invoker has, with the Quasbox build, you have the HP regen to deal with it. It was a year ago was the counter to Viper. So that Viking aren't going to be too concerned with this pick. But in regards to the whole Beastmaster thing quickly, Purge highlighted it in a Webman. Axes obviously dispels on the Kraken Shell of Tide. So Tide is actually a really good hero
That's
against
true.
the current meta of Beastmaster.
Right.
Because you can frontline. But alas, they go for Viper. Outside of laning phase, you now have a break to deal with that frontline of the Tidehunter and a break to also pressure that lifesteal as well. If he doesn't have Rage up, 2 of his spells are now deleted. So I like the idea of the Viper, but it's very greedy. And yeah, it's farm. I want to see no Bounty Hunter farm. If they make moves, that's when this game can get out of control. I want them to hit creeps for 20 minutes, get fat, then make some plays.
But they do have a more well-rounded draft than the first game of the series, right?
Yeah, everything in the draft really kind of makes sense for how the pieces fit together. It's not quite as complicated, so they definitely have a better chance this time around. I'm just concerned that, the way that Ducky likes to play.
Yeah.
Viper is a very, generally speaking, he wants to see them farm, but I don't know if he's going to sit there and farm. I think he's going to get too antsy. He's going to want to try to go for kills. He's going to get greedy. He's very greedy, this Ntaki.
Yeah, and he's got to play a little bit more conservative this time around compared to how flashy he played on the puck. You can't really make those moves. Typically, anyway. You can try. But yeah, he has to adjust his playstyle to the hero he's playing. We're going to find out if they can do that. I'm happy to see at least that No Bounty Hunter has got a better shot this game compared to previous game. Definitely in terms of draft. On the other side, though, Viking, would you still go for their draft if you were to choose, T?
Yeah, I think the Lifestealer, his itemization will be key here, and I think he probably will do the same style of build as the Juggernaut in the previous game, going for a BKB on a hero that doesn't naturally need to buy BKB, just to double down on the fact that I can waste my my free BKB spell, be it the spin, be it the rage, and just have great presence in the fight. So yeah, I think just Viking will have the edge, but yeah, like you already mentioned, No Bounty Hunter, they have a much better draft in game one. It's all built about reacting, though. They need to utilize the jungle, make stacks, farm up. Viper hit the jungle, Gyro hit the Ancients, and then just play on the fact that with a couple BKBs, they do have a much better mid-game timing. Now, if they hit their timing, they can play real strong.
Look at that drawing on the minimap. They're so ready.
That's it.
No Bounty Hunter. They got a plan here.
Oh, here we go. And this is the exact same move that Viking did in game one. When they were dire, they made the exact same wraparound move.
Oh, Shad is there. Hello. He can go rage
him,
out,
guys.
though.
It's gonna take a bit, that little missile. He's running, he's jogging, he's zooming.
He's baiting. He's baiting because the rest of his team is coming.
Yeah, I don't think that's too long of a commitment here. I
That
think
was
No Bounty Hunter
ambitious.
needs to
Yep.
skedaddle. It just took way too long, and let them figure out exactly the plan.
Yeah, so the 5-man early moves, they work when you have an easy to throw stun at a hero. And I liked Shad's positioning there. He wasn't on the edge of the river where he's going to instantly be seen. He was far enough back that he can just run away. And now Viking should most likely look to just take top rune and their defensive jungle rune rather than trying to be too ambitious and take a fight here. They are weaker at the level 1 fight for sure. There we go. 2 for 2.
Exciting.
Riveting.
The very PMA GLHF coming out. And a bunch of voice lines too. But
Meanwhile, Aramis then tipping mid lane Viper.
Oh no, that could be wholesome. Perhaps he's happy to see him say, you know.
Oh, tips wholesome, no Moxie.
Sometimes, yeah.
They could be. Yeah, ideally they
I
are.
tip people that are doing well in my games, and they do a really nice play.
Tips are just like they're assumed toxic no matter what now.
No, that's not true.
I feel
That's
like
not true.
everyone that I've spoken to about tips has just assumed that it's bad.
I normally also accompany it with great echo slam or whatever.
But that's
Great
not-
vacuum.
I like the party horn every time.
Are you
Party
typing
horn.
it though? Okay, that a party horn allows for a tip to maybe be good. Okay, I can accept that.
It is very ambiguous, the party horn.
That is true.
Many have studied it, and few can fully discern if it's being sarcastic or if you're truly trying to.
But look, now they're all
engage.
tipping him. Okay, we're gonna have to find. If Viking win this, we need to find out what the tip's for. Was it humble? Was it sarcastic? Do you hate him? And
I was thinking, because, you know, for people that are unaware, oftentimes when we get to do the winner's interview, we get to request a player. Not always the team's obliged.
Yes.
Actually, mostly they don't. But I was wondering if you wanted to talk to Boom.
Hear his side of the whole controversy.
of running down lanes.
Yeah, he died, bobbed back, ran down mid. I want to know why.
That's okay, sure.
And now they're going to dodge our interview. So thank you, Shiva, for putting
What
that
did you do that for?
Because he doesn't know what I'm saying right now.
It's true, but
the social media team does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Immortal
he already
Faith
knows. It's on Reddit. This is his chance to make a public statement
that's
about
true.
it.
You know what?
That's never a
There we
good thing
go.
to let Dota players have a public statement.
That's true. Yeah, maybe not.
Usually, usually a bit of a disaster. But you can see already the power of this Viper here in the mid lane. It's not generally that fun to play against, but of course, you know, when you have the quads, you're going to be regenning. And Khan here is getting a little bullied here by Kaizu.
I love the sound of the missile. You know,
Doink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much that they can do against a Centaur down here, but of course having that Thunderstrike always is very nice to be able to harass. See Hustler trying to avoid that as well.
Disrupt one of the another pause.
Another pause.
Oh,
Having a little bit of lag there, unfortunately. I'm sure, just make sure there's no cats on cables.
Wait, this time it's a different player, right?
Yes.
Previously it was Taki, yeah.
Oh, and there's some some censoring coming
Oh,
out
he
there.
gone. He gone.
Ooh, oh, both of them. All right.
I would imagine.
That's a 4v4. It's fine.
Yeah,
we can
I'm
play
sure
like
they
this.
could play it like this.
That's
Actually,
cool.
if this was 4v4, would you rather micro a Viper or a Tide?
Oof. It's too early in the game to like. They're both equally annoying early on, right? If this was like 30 minutes later, Tide every day.
Yeah, but they both have a very important part in the laning
They
stage
do,
to play.
yeah.
I think as the IO. Okay, you give. Okay, I got it. If you're no
Someone's
bounty
tethering.
hunter, you give hero control of the IO to the gyrocopter, so the gyrocopter controls the IO as well. He only has to look at the one lane, and the person playing IO Flash is going to play Viper. On the other side, I mean, you have to be. I guess you give the disruptor control to the lifestealer.
Oh no, he's back. Doesn't matter. We're good.
Oh, good.
You don't have to think that one through.
We're still missing a Taki.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of this disruptor pick just because it's a hero that in lane it has really good damage and also has really good attack range as well. So he can deal with the nuisance of what Centaur Rubik would have. And it's a hero that like these high ranged 5 supports, it's pretty critical having them in certain matchups. So yeah, we're gonna see it kind of play into effect here. And I'm just a fan of disruptor. It kind of fell off in the previous patch because of course Necroburk and the run at you that was so strong. Therefore these supports we never really got to see, but because thank the Lord Necroburk got deleted, we get to see these types of supports actually get to play some Dota 2.
Very nice.
I am very happy with this patch so far because we have seen like a variety of things coming out. And it is really fun to see them try to make different things work. I think that's always like my favorite type of Dota is when something very unusual comes out. You know, it's one of the reasons that, you know, people like watching Secret, right? Is the fact that they have some very unusual fours for Yapser. Same thing with like some of the South American teams. Ector, for example, taking some of those strength, more looking like supports. Again, we talked about the Abaddon and making that work as a core as well, where a lot of people started copying. So, IO's Courier. Careful there. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, but in the mid lane, ooh, nice teleport coming out from Flash. Not quite enough, though, to keep the Viper alive with a nice rotation from Aramis.
Yeah, excellent stuff again. It's the concept that you see in Vikings draft 2 times in a row, this independent offlane. The Earth Spirit, at the start of this game, he just pulls the second wave, he sets it up for Tidehunter, he then gets to play into mid. And unlike No Bounty Hunter, they're not having this rotation yet, because he can never leave. The Rubik Centaur lane, it's super, super static. It's just all about pressuring that safe lane. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for No Bounty Hunter to apply any pressure within the entire map. It's all about killing in this lane.
That was a good hoof stomp. Celery not looking too well here, but they should be able to turn this back around and get the kill on Hustler. Now Blink, he does have quite a few people that he's got to try to kick away. It's going to be all right, though. Both the supports in the bottom lane do go down. Roll forward again. Blink, though, able to just turn around here. Make sure that... Oh, the kickback, though. Very nicely done here by Aramis. Hustler's here. It's looking to get the stomp. It's going to be managed it, but it's still going to fall.
Centaur's animation for hoof stomp is so slow.
It is.
It was so funny watching Viking just like, are you gonna stomp? We're gonna dodge it. You gonna stomp?
I believe Suns fan absolutely hates that hero because of that, particularly.
But he also loves the hero. It's a love-hate relationship. I think if Stomp ever got the animation reduced, it would be a bit too broken. Like, Stampede's too strong, Retaliate's too obnoxious, Double Edge can do damage in situations, so yeah, I think Hoof Stomp's in a nice spot because of where all the other spells are right now.
There's a good stomp right there, but I don't think... Oh, the IO coming in hot, though, Flash. Hoping, but they have penned this pony for now. Actually, though, Blink is going to get a couple hits off here on Shad. So it's a tri-lane versus tri-lane now, and they put a lot of pressure down here.
Yeah, completely different of the first game, because now they're actually trying to enable Blink and get him into the game rather than sacrificing him. It's a product of Jari being able to solo the Tidehunter, both just skipping waves evenly. So this is now just going to be... Yeah, look at them just...
Yes, the gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, so please, you farm, I farm. You know, we farm... Oh, look at that. Little rocket aggro. That was kind of cool, by the way. He aggroed the creeps with the rocket, therefore bringing it back to the camp. Very cool.
Nice little play there, but in the bottom lane, the stomp comes through. Aramis, though, does have a stick. Not quite enough, though, to stay alive. And Blink, considering to go back in, the tips are coming out now. So I'm guessing that wasn't a good-natured tip earlier on.
No, this feels very the pent-up aggression. But no, I really like what No Bounty Hunter have done. This tri-lane is very obnoxious. Lifestealer thrives in this lane when it's just 2v2. But against, you know, an IO and a Rubik non-stop poking, it can be really hard. Do they have a salve for Centaur here?
Don't think they do, but they do have a roll for Hustler's face. So they'll be able to probably mess with that at the very least. Oh, Blink, though, good stomp, but he's all penned up over here. IO trying to do everything he can, trying to keep him alive. Even burns that fairy fire, but it's not looking like it's going to be quite enough, although Blink's still alive. He's going to try to juke over here in the corner. Flash just trying to blink away. He's breaking the ankles. Look at him. He's a big old... Oh, no, last second. Aramis.
To answer your question, the salve was actually in the hands of Hustler.
Yeah, unfortunately, just...
So he just died.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't use it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. They were in a really good position. They just got the kill, but they didn't respect the reset of the Earth Spirit. They were just a little bit out. Rubik was too far into the lane, and then if they were to like just disengage for a second, salve up and go again, they'd be in a really good spot. But really good from Aramis there, jumping onto the Rubik, killing him off quickly. No salve. Centaur also dies. So yeah, this laning phase is going really well for Viking.
Oh, again, the roll in from Aramis. He has just been a thorn in Ntaki's side. And again, Flash tries to be the ambulance, but he just cannot keep him alive.
Just so active. And Kezu, he's having probably so much fun in this game. If he does the interview, we're going to have to ask him. It's like, Chief, what's it like playing in the offlane and just having no contest? It's rare. You don't get that often.
We already interviewed KZ
Yeah, and also...
Did we? Oh, okay.
Me saying that we wanted to interview Boom actually had production ask me, hey, you want to interview Boom? And I already said yes.
But then also, we could also interview Blink if they are to win this game, and then the third.
I was going to say, they need to win 2 games.
Yeah.
Statistically less probable.
Y'all a bunch of haters.
Hey, actually, can we see the win percentage, please? There we go.
Healthy.
Statistically less probable. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva.
Tesla walking directly into Boom here. Does have the urn completed. Sidesteps around, though. It's not going to have to worry about that tornado.
There were 2 bounty runes. They didn't pick up the 3-minute one.
Is Invoker an elf?
Invoker, yes. Would be. He has pointy ears. And if the anime was to teach us anything, he is an elf. And so is Selamene. Or... Yeah, that was Selamene, right? Yeah.
Wait, so they...
Yes, there's an elf people.
No, I know that there's elf people, but I wasn't sure if they were a different race.
Oh.
Not all pointy ears are all elf sheaves.
Apparently they are, according to Slacks, I think.
I'm pretty sure goblins also have pointy ears. They are not elves.
This is true. This is true. I'll take it back.
It's
But they're all
forever
tall.
on the internet, Shiver. You
They're
cannot
all
take
tall.
it back.
So short and pointy ears, goblin. Tall, pointy ears, elf.
Did you just call me a goblin?
You don't have pointy ears.
It's both goblins.
Call us both goblins.
Oh, I'm sorry that we're not a high and mighty elf like Shiver.
I do not have pointy ears. Neither do you.
I just have flat ears.
Oh, now she's calling out our ears.
Shiva.
I quit.
This is why I'm normally not helping anybody cast games.
This is nice, yeah. It helps with the early laning phase because it is very, very slow, but it's...
It's not that slow. We do have the roll in now
it's
over
not.
onto Khan. Again, Flash trying to keep him alive, but the Ravage comes out from Case. He's been holding for a little while. Down goes Khan. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get this kill on Flash. It's probably not, but they are very satisfied with that.
No, yeah, for sure. And that's what we need to keep doing to get some
This
fights
game
going.
sucks. It's so slow. Nobody dies.
Fight. But no, yeah, I think Aramis right now, his map movement's amazing.
That was sarcasm, by the way. Thank you.
Roll forward from Aramis.
Look at that. It
A
worked.
couple clicks.
Smart.
Down goes the Flash. Bottom lane, though, there's a decent amount of damage being placed over onto Shad. Just enough harass here, but nothing too much here. Hustler, they'll go. They'll use the Stampede, the lift up over here onto Boom.
Oh,
they have
the
the
dust.
Viper Strike. Oh, they've got enough damage, though.
Yep.
I like to take credit. Shall I do it again?
Try. Go for it, yeah.
This game is so slow. Nobody ever does anything. Why can't we do more?
There it is. Boom. Just like that. And Blink is going to just get chonked away over here. He's trying, but...
I don't
Very
want
good.
All I'll say is you did say it so slowly that you were like, will Spirit TP to the bot lane?
So
Who stole
looking at the mini-map. I'm like, either they're going to try to find gyrocopter, maybe, but there's a tower. Yeah, okay, no.
But
yeah.
No, Bounty Hunter honestly shouldn't be upset with how the game's going so far, because if the Centaur is the one, he's the dying, he's getting the kills, it unlocks Viper and Gyro to farm their lane and then both to farm into the jungle. You can see that from the net worth. They are now sitting at, the top 2. I guess the real issue here is simply Centaur is now falling behind all the other 5 cores in the game. But realistically, it's all about, if he can soak up a little bit more time, there will be a good timing for them to play around.
This is what we said they should do, right? They should play passive. They should sit back and farm for 20 minutes, and that's what
Not
they're
go too
doing.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the glimpse.
Yeah. Static Storm onto the Rubik. It's not going to survive this, but Tucky will just throw out a little bit of that spit there.
And it's actually a really nice play because they kill off the hero that's meant to be sitting in mid and soaking up the farm. But now that you kill him, the Viper has to sit there. So he now has to go for 2 creeps rather than farming up an entire wave of the jungle. So yeah, just use your spells, get the kills, and the game is all about farm right now for both teams. But Viking, they are coming out ahead simply because they have the heroes that can make moves on the map and that can punish, the greediness of the Bounty Hunter.
I mean, Aramis has just been so incredibly mobile this entire time. Stampede does get used to the bottom lane, though. So they toss back here over onto Aramis. That silence, though, is going to be a little bit of a problem. You can see, though, they've teleported back in. Lifestealer hitching a ride over here into Aramis. He's trying to keep him alive a little bit longer, give him a little bit extra HP, but he does pop back out, so they will end up losing Aramis. Blink, though, is going to get feasted upon now, and they turn right back around. Tucky is going to get disarmed. He's got no way to get saved here. Sees go. Oh, there it is. There's the big old Ravage. And Taki down goes the Viper. Khan is joining in on the fight now. He's got a decent amount of damage. He just doesn't do a whole heck of a lot here to Keizo, unfortunately, as Flash tries to sit back. He's trying to stay alive. He's not going to be able to do it. They find the kill over on Celery. And now it is just Hustler and Khan against Keizo and Boom, and they're looking pretty good right now. The roll in from Aramis, though, despite it's taken long enough that he's able to rejoin. Boom, he's sitting very, very low. They need just a little bit more damage, and they have the dust. Do they have the final hit? No, he's got the urn charge. He's going to be absolutely fine as Keizo hides over in the tree line. He's just so tanky. It's so difficult to do anything to this Tidehunter. They're going to try anyways, though. Io is going to teleport on in. Goes immediately over to Khan, tries to just keep him healthy, keep him out of harm's way, and they managed to finally kill Keizo.
It's actually a pretty good throw from the Bounty Hunter. And is it going to end? Boom still posturing here with the cold snap.
They're taking Khan home.
And Blink decided to, unfortunately, die.
Yeah. I think they're getting a bit too greedy. Oh, okay. Hustler, he still really wanted it. He should die for this, though, as he can really juke and break some ankles.
A roll in 2. All right, here it is, Aramis. This is your time to shine.
Don't miss. Oh, there it is. The lift toss back. I don't
Here's your time to shine again. There we go. He's shone twice.
All right.
No, yeah, but
Bravo.
I think... Bravo, indeed. But it's all about Boom there. After that engagement, he just hugs the tree line. He realizes there's probably going to be a second play here. If they are too greedy, we instantly punish them. Often some players there would just go hit the jungle camp or move away instantly again. We're not fighting anymore, but yeah, really good props to Boom there. Just to sit and wait and to assess if no Bounty Hunter was going to overstep their mark.
It's interesting that they've opted now to rotate Flash and Khan down to this bottom lane. We talked about, we want them to kind of sit back. We wanted them to farm. And we're only about 13 minutes in now into the game. And already you're seeing this pressure being placed on the map. Do you like this, T?
I think they've kind of hit a timing in regards to Nantucky having the Atos. And that's what they're going to try and play around, because if there is no Ravage, there isn't really the control to kill them. And I think if Earthquake rolls in to be that kind of controlling factor, he will just automatically die to a Viper combo. So I think for sure they are trying to play around this Atos timing.
Oh,
here they come.
They want Keizu.
TP with the Invis rune. No way Keizu knows about this.
Waiting for Blink. He's going to join in.
They don't. They have relocate.
They've got the Stampede even just as well. So they go to throw down the Nether Toxin. The Glimpse back. Flash is now very, very lonely.
Oh.
One is the loneliest number. Bonk.
Gyro's so happy right now. He's like, oh, thank you.
I
got 10 seconds more farm. Thank you.
I mean, they relocated in way too late anyway to be of any assistance to kill off that time.
Perhaps I thought there'd be more follow-up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
In those scenarios, you have to just bring everyone, because, we've seen how competitive Dota has shifted now. It's if you're taking a fight at minute 12, 13, the likelihood of there being 5 is pretty high. So the Bounty Hunter, they're not trying to go, we can kill him with 2, we're going to kill him with 5, go back to farming.
Less than 1k net worth advantage.
Both of these teams, they have this way of looking at the game, which is if no Ravage, we fight. If no Stampede, we fight.
I mean, I feel like the cooldown for Stampede is so very low now. They do manage to find themselves a centaur in the woods.
The sacrificial lamb of no Bounty Hunter.
That's not a lamb.
He can be.
Outgrown lamb.
He can't be a lamb. What?
You know, have you seen his parents?
Yeah, cosmetics.
They might be ginormous.
Yeah. Imagine next patch when it's the lamb patch.
What does it have anything to do with rams?
What? It's a lamb. He might be, he has horns. He might be the baby version of his species.
People, what is wrong with you?
If he wants to be a lamb, he can be a lamb.
Hooves. Does he have full-on hooves, or does he have split hooves? If he is of the 2-hooved, it would be a lamb. Maybe. Can we see if he has...
Zoom!
Can we see his hooves, please?
Oh, not his butt. We want his hooves. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We're making everybody very motions.
All right, can confirm has a tail, though. That's all we care about. So, I don't know.
He doesn't leave any
Sheep do not have that sort of tail. I will tell you that, my friend.
Yeah, but anything but a horse. Like, only a horse is that type of tail. And horses don't have horns.
He's wearing a helmet.
No, those are actually his horns.
No?
Yeah, look at his profile picture on the top right. Sorry, Moxie.
Yeah, he does have horns. He's definitely not a sheep, though.
Also not a pony.
How about, is he a centaur,
He could
guys?
be a pretty pony, though, if you want.
Do you think he's a centaur, maybe?
I thought a centaur was a combination between a pony and a human. If he has horns, that is not the case. We're debunking a theory here, T.
I don't know. I kind of lost track because I was talking about like a cosmetic, and then we went into like.
Isn't he supposed to be more like a minotaur? If we go back into the island of Crete. Oh God, I sound like Kyle. I can't do it. Don't make me do it, guys.
That's what I was thinking.
Don't make me do it.
Okay, I'll
do
jinx this again. Wow, this game really could use some more action. So slow.
Well, they are smoked up, Sheever.
Okay,
so
there you go. There
they
you
are
go.
on the hunt. They do have the Ravage. They've got the Static Storm too. They've got a Haste Root over on Bucky, who's going to find Aramis immediately. The Lift plus the Viper Strike. You have to be careful with their positioning, though. There's the Ravage. It will land on 2 of them, but we do get a steal. We get the Ravage stolen right back in again. Nice glimpse coming out. We'll send them right back from where they came from, but they're still looking. There's that little bonk that T likes to hear, but they just don't quite have the catch just yet.
They don't even kill Ntaki, and I think that is massive. I mean, that is them now with Ravage. They can totally push this and fight.
Yeah. They used a lot of their spells and they didn't get kills. However, their mana is, of course, very important. So,
yeah,
you know, then they have an IO.
That's fair.
Just gonna top them off, send them right back in again. Blink's gonna tank this tower. Nice deafening blast, though. Will knock them back. The silence, good stomp coming out, but he is disarmed. That's a dead centaur. Follow up the hold, the stolen Ravage coming out. They just shred Keizu. The roll in, though, coming out from Aramis gives a kick back over to Khan. He doesn't have the healing. He is going to die here. As Ntaki trying his best, trying to get enough damage out over here onto Aramis, but again, that life stealer just trying to keep him alive, managing to help quite a bit. The roll forward again, this is a dead Viper. And it's looking like a dead Flash as well.
They got baited.
Yeah, this was one of those plays where, like, you know they have no Ravage, so no bounce onto the, okay, we need to take this mid tier 1. This is our window to try and make a play. But when you're against this lineup, which is a disruptor, if you ever make a mistake, you're going to get glimpsed back in. There's so much reach with the Earth Spirit. And then on top of that, they have this Vessel. And I think Lifestead, he played so well there because he jumps back into his ally, keeps him alive a little bit longer, and that non-stop fighting. Like Centaur, he is not tanky against Lifestealer. That percentage damage is too hard to deal with, and it's why this hero is so good against what is a top 3 offlane in the patch right now. So yeah, Viking, they're just playing so well around after the main fight has ended. That second fight that comes in after, they always make sure they have the numbers. They might not have the spells, but they ensure that they have the heroes to make the play. So yeah, as you can see here, they're coming into this mid tower, trying to play aggressive, but Blink's now heavily out of position here. Yeah, it's so easy to dodge the stomp with the rage, and now look, one glimpse kills off the Gyro, the second glimpse, it's so many kills coming in the way of Viking just because of their presence alone.
Yeah, man, Shad has been quite the bro each of these games, just helping to keep a lot of these supports alive with the Infest each time.
Glimpse number 2, please. The fight goes on that long, they get 2 glimpses.
Glimpse is a good spell.
In some scenarios, it's broken.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer X or do you prefer Glimpse? Like in terms of positioning?
I prefer X just because you can also TP back to your base and reset and refill. So that alone is very strong. And also, in the newest patch, the cooldown got reduced again. So it's actually pretty good. I think X is better.
All right, well, the Ags is online. We're getting close to a BKB. Everybody's working on their BKBs now, it seems. That seems like a very necessary thing. I will mention, too, that Blink does have a Blink Dagger now.
Yeah, it's going to be very helpful.
That doesn't count as a pun.
Does not?
No. I mean, Blink with the Blink, maybe, but...
Nah,
it's not clever enough.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you think a Blink is good?
Are we talking about the
Is
player
that a pun?
or the dagger?
You tell me.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Thank you. But yeah, this Blink Dagger for sure will help the Centaur very much getting into the fight, but it's kind of a difficult game for him because he doesn't want to blink a Lifestealer. He doesn't want to blink a Tide because of Kraken. He'll just purge off the damage soon after the stomp. So his job is always going to be jump the Earth Spirit, mitigate that new form of team fight. But Voka just picked up a BKB. This is a great timing for Viking.
That's a tanky Tide Hunter. And they're finding the engagement they are looking for immediately. The Ravage, the Infest pop out, down goes Khan. They manage to get that Static Storm off the side. Flash will crumble over in the corner, and they will indeed end up losing Ntaki.
And now it's just a chase down. Disruptor's waddling over.
Oh, the Sunstrike.
Guys.
He's got the...
Will he have
bit
glimpse?
of Stampede to run away. He does have a blink.
Oh, he's
Looks like
miles
on
away.
the
What am I
UI.
saying? Yeah, dude, he's on the other side of the map. Don't worry. Ignore me. In that fight, though, the Iron Gyro, they're positioned so closely together. The Ravage was able to connect on both. As soon as the Tide ravaged the Gyro, I instantly pressed relocate, but he was on like the furthest range. He still got clipped by that Ravage. So potentially Flash needs to be looking to play not inside the camp with the Gyro, but, you know, a camp away from him so that he can tether in reactionary. After that Ravage connects off and that big damage comes in, he can then make the save. Because when you look at Viking's lineup, they don't really have explosive damage. You're going to hit by Ravage, maybe a Sunstrike, but then it's that chip, the chip factor from the Lifestealer. So I think maybe if Io is in a better position, his relocate, just save away from that Ravage. They've wasted it now. Then they can collapse into the fight. So I'm looking to see Flash not hug his Gyro.
But hugs are nice.
They are comfortable. warm.
I suppose during this pandemic time we shouldn't be hugging anyways, but
true.
But
Lesson
you'd
learned.
hope Navanti are in the bubble, right? So they're in their own bubble
Yes.
of hug. So
Bubble of hugs.
Are they boot camping? I don't think they are.
No, he's just being...
conceptualizing.
Yes.
Oh. Well, the Bounty Hunter's map was getting small, so they're trying to make it a little bit bigger by smoking up, taking some control back.
Instant
starting
into
with,
Roshan.
They know
the
though
Roche
because they
control.
dropped the ward, but they
Yeah.
have the sentry over there. They have
Sunstrike
vision
as well.
Yeah,
So
I
they
don't
know
know
exactly
about
that this
this.
is happening. Let's see if we can get another Roshan Aegis steal, this time on the side of Viking.
Well, Blink does have a Blink dagger, so if they get into that pit, if they try to do anything too cheeky, he might be able to... Oh, not if... Ooh, a little bit faster than KZ, but the roll on in Khan. He's got that BKB. He's going to try to dish out the damage. Plus the call there. They do manage to take down Aramis. Over on the backhand lines, though, it looks like the Centaur is going to fall during the static storm.
That's fine. They got it. Aegis going the way of Khan.
Yep, this is good.
No.
This is good for them.
And yeah, the key thing here is the last time they tried punishing No Ravage, they failed at a tier 1 siege. So they have the confidence to try that again, but at Roshan, a much scarier objective. You know, a lot of props to No Bounty Hunter, but they played really well, playing away from the pit, only leaving Gyrocopter in there, and then it meant there was no value of Glimpse anymore because they weren't running into Viking's side. So yeah, really good kind of shot calling there from No Bounty Hunter, just to be able to get themselves an Aegis. And Jaro, he is, once again, I think Khan, he's doing a really good job at just keeping himself in the game. Hopefully he can just buy that extra little something to actually get some damage into fights now.
This is not good from the Sucky, though. He turns around. He's trying to just get his spells off at the very least, and does manage to put some damage out over onto Boom, but there's no way the Hustler wants to be anywhere near that. Already blinked away.
It reminds me of the same time when the Bounty stole the Aegis in game 1. It's that confidence post-Aegis where they go, we can farm now. We got the Aegis, guys. But unfortunately for Viking, or for the Bounty Hunter, Viking are so, they're ruthless. They don't care. You have an Aegis, cool, but we're going to still be able to pick you apart if you're out of position, and they just flood the map once again.
Aramis, you're a little bit off the mark, my
But
friend.
look at the Glimpse.
Glimpse right back in, though, over onto Blink. They've got that Spirit Vessel, and he's just not looking too healthy as Flash. Again, he's trying to save him, but he just doesn't have the ability to fight all of this damage as Khan throws out some of the flags, trying to just get anything here, but that call down is not going to do a whole heck of a lot.
I'm really enjoying the way that Viking are playing this. They're just, they're not even respecting their own cooldowns in the sense of they know that Shad is so strong. They know that Boom has played so well, and they have damage in different forms.
Celery does die here, but he's already pressed all of his buttons, so I think he's really okay with that. Followed up with a nice Ravage, though.
Oh, Hustler stole it as well. Christ.
Blink buying back, the jump forward again, gets that Ravage, the stolen Ravage being able to do a decent amount of damage as they manage to take down Aramis. Have taken down Boom.
Did Rubik have Rage in that? I
He might have.
I assume he stole
stolen it
Rage.
earlier.
Yeah, I assume he stole Rage to then steal Ravage, right?
That's a yes. That's our observer saying yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
nice.
yes, yes.
Cool.
That's a good play.
That was nice. Good job, Hustler.
He's hustling, baby.
One more tally for Moxley.
Done.
What's the scores on the doors now, Shiva?
It's only 2-1 in favor of Moxie.
Feels bad, man.
I mean, you guys have been really poor in terms of the puns.
I mean, like,
okay, I should actually say 3-1, but I can't say which other one Moxie made, and I don't know if it was intentional, so I can't.
Was it the blink on the blink, right?
No. I cannot say until we have a break.
Okay.
But I will tell you then. I don't think it was intentional.
I'm not sure what you're referencing. But now
I'm excited for the break.
Ooh. That is a dead Aramis, though. He went just perhaps a little bit too far, but they should be able to turn this back around, put a decent chunk of damage on the Io, followed up with the Tornado. It doesn't quite manage to land, though. Khan on the hunt. The Stomp coming out from Blink, jumping forward. Oh, but they're all stuck in the status storm, but it's okay. They have a BKB on Khan, as right now Flash trying to survive. Blink will fall. They'll get the kill on Celery. They'll turn back around. They no longer have the BKB now on Khan. It's already used its duration, so they're going to try to chase Kezu over here into the tree line. He's going to have to just go and pop his own BKB.
The buyback from Disruptor.
Intaki. Buyback again. Khan stuck in the middle of everything. That meatball is going right for his face as Shad just munching away on him. Flash, again, he's trying to keep him alive, but he's just not finding much success.
So I love this item from Shad. This Scardy is so good. Against IO, it's all about healing, about, just keeping that core alive. But when you have a Scardy, you mitigate that healing.
Well, he's taking a bath in this nether toxin here, so Flash is going to pay for his sins. He will die, but they'll find the kill. There's a buyback coming up from the IO. He's just too late. It's not looking too great. Maybe he can you know, hustle up with Hustler, you know, hold hands, take him back to a safe space. It's a roll forward, though. It's not looking too great here for Flash. He needs 1 more second, and he doesn't have it, but he bought enough time for Hustler. And yes, I did hear that one, Shiver. I saw you look at me.
Oh, yeah. I looked at T as well, who tried really hard to make me not write that one down. But I did. I also just put a number 2 on the Hustler, because that was the same pun you made a second ago.
Thank you. That's what my face was
You gotta switch it up, Mox.
I don't remember what I've done.
You just said Hustler is good at hustling, and then you made another Hustler pun.
Oh, see, that wasn't really like...
This was a fight, though, that really showed how taking early towers is pretty critical. You've got a fight from Radiant where they're playing just outside of their tier 1 at 27 minutes. That's like some broken, you know, concept where you get to buy back and instantly, you know, back in the fight here. And I love how they're like Aramis is just rolling in, trying to get this glimpse. Technically, you know, this is kind of some feed, but the concept of this fight is really good. No Bounty Hunter, though, they took this response of Aramis initiation, instantly punishing it. You kill him off, you then jump onto the Invoker. Sure, he has BKB, but the fight goes pretty well for them. I think they eventually kill Disruptor here. But it's after they kill Disruptor, right now, they have to respect the buyback potential. Because they're running into a tier 1 tower, and that alone, you just can't be this deep. You know Tidehunter has the BKB, Disruptor buys back, and this is where the fight just becomes so good for Viking, because once again, like we've said, the story of the game so far, another glimpse, another kill. Viking are just turning these fights around because they have buyback advantage and tower advantage. That was my mini Weatherman segment.
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just practicing for when I get the call up.
Thanks, T.
You know, we can make you have the Weatherman segment on these Mondays. You can practice on the screen.
Can we please call it tea time, though? I feel like we need to...
Wasn't there was there a guy called
There
Tea
was
Time?
actually.
There's a guy called Tea Time who was kind of a bit mean, so...
Time with tea, Tea's Corner, cup of tea.
Couple club. The Couple Club's actually, I think, an actual British slogan.
Oh,
alas, we got a fight.
We do have a fight, in fact. Boom, perhaps just a little bit too far forward, but Taki also is just very deep here. So they still have their eyes. Okay, there's going to be the Ravage coming out. Aramis falls first. These BKBs, though, they're not lasting a whole heck of a lot long here, as Khan looking for an opening, trying to get some more damage off, and they just can't make it past the kinetic field, but they do go for a relocate, so they get the stomp off on Blink. They'll be able to collect another kill. And they just go back to farming.
Aramis is so aggressive. It's actually insane. Like the last 2 fights, him been rolling in. Sure, also there's an Invoker in this situation as well, but yeah, Viking, they're kind of playing for the we'll get you vision, we'll glimpse the guy back, kill that guy, hope the guy who got us vision didn't die. So
you could have gone for a pun there.
For the Aramis pun?
Viking is playing like Viking.
That's kind of weak though.
What about T-Talk?
Talking with T?
Talking with T, T-Talk?
T-Talk. What about making an alliteration with governor? I keep thinking about that, because that's a part of his name too.
Gavin with Gov?
I was thinking of shortening that though, to be fair, because in Russian, governor also means like...
what rhymes with Gov? What rhymes with Gov? Gaff with Gov?
Bruv.
Bruv.
No, it has to be something talk related. Gaff. Guff.
No, that's not rhyming.
No, the Gavin with
Ov's
Gov.
a really hard word to rhyme with. Maybe I'm just kind of stupid, but what rhymes with of? Shove?
Love?
Love
Glove?
from Gov.
Love from... love and govern? No.
No.
Govern, lovin'? No.
With love?
No. Yeah, we're really weak at this.
Yeah.
You know what isn't weak, though? The Bounty Hunter's tenacity at moving forward in the game.
Very good.
Thank you.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, but Plus doesn't really agree.
No, 71% in favor of
It's a
Viking.
cold-hearted machine, and it can't feel
Ruthless.
that passion,
They
drive.
They just look at the draft and see who has the stronger one, and I don't blame them.
Well, it's a product of Shad's itemization here. Look, he's gone for the BKB again. I think this is amazing. He's got the Skadi as well. Like, every single one of his items just allows him to be obnoxious to what No Bounty Hunter tries to do in the fight. Like, he has the BKB to do with the damage. Viper can't do anything now. He has, like, 13, 14 seconds of just, no cares of Viper. So, yeah, I think, Shad for sure. His read on the game is allowing Viking to have so much confidence. I think if they can reel in Aramis and be like, you know what, Chief, you don't need to roll in to behind the tier 2s maybe, or into the middle of the entirety of the Bounty Hunter, then they should be able to take the next fight quite cleanly. But the flip side, No Bounty Hunter, I think they need to get some lanes pushed in to see a hero defending, and then utilize Relocate. You know, smoke up on 3, Relocate with IO, get a quick pick off, reset. Waste Ravage, go for Roshan. But instead, Viking, they're just going to posture outside Roshan, just wait for it to respawn in 20 seconds.
Well, they've already dewarded over here. It was just a sentry, of course, but have made it known that they have vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both teams with the same vision here. Outside the Roshan pit.
Charming.
Pretty derpy, this
little doggy.
Board, yeah.
He's happy.
3-eyed doggy.
Usually, you know, it's supposed to be the 3-headed dog, not the 3-eye, but still adorable in a unsettling sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see how they try to approach this, because everybody's waiting for Roche. You can tell that they're playing very upfront in the area. They have the vision, of course. We'll see Aramis just give the boot out here of this illusion, and it does have a life stealer bomb inside, so fresh Lotus Orb. And we do get the Aghanim Scepter picked up now for Rubik. And the Psychic Headband. Ooh la la.
The poise before the Roshan fight.
The calm before the storm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Was it a con before the storm?
That was a calm. No. I refuse. No.
Okay.
What?
But don't blink, because you'll miss blink, and then blink with his blink. Sorry, someone just literally wrote that to me, so I thought I'd quote it for the fun of it.
Okay.
But look, he's going to blink.
Before the storm.
Will blink with his blink.
Well, there's going to be the roll, there's going to be the Stampede, the Ravage comes through, and they follow up with the Static Storm inside the pit. We'll lose Blink immediately buying back, but Shad also ticking down. It's going to be coming right back up again. Do they have what's necessary, though? With this BKB, he's looking very, very powerful. As Flash, he can't do a darn thing. So there's be the steal coming out. It is the Alacrity, the buyback now coming out from Khan. Not sure if they want to go back in there. Got the open wounds online now for the Life Stealer as well. It's about to become a lot harder for these tankier boys.
Yeah, this build on Life Stealer is so good. So obnoxious. And then you have the shard as well with the open wounds. A rare sight to see.
But that is horrifying to see Tidehunter with spider legs.
And a BKB.
And a BKB. Ooh-wee. We've got the Heaven's Halberd as well now for Life Stealer.
Yeah, no bounty hunter. They tried to contest the Roshan, but like they just lacked the damage. I think when you look
There's so much AoE
exactly,
though, too,
yeah,
like coming out from the side of Viking.
Exactly that. Like they try to get in there, but unfortunately for Centaur, he doesn't have like the BKB to get him in. He doesn't have like the axe. He doesn't have the extra something to keep himself in the game. So when he dies, it's a buyback, TPing to an outpost. Like it's so hard to fight there for sure.
It's definitely been more of a more even battle this time around. It doesn't feel like a total shutout, which is nice, but it does feel like they've got to make some smart moves here on the side of No Bounty Hunter.
Buybacks aren't really on the side of No Bounty Hunter, and they're the ones making the move. They're going to try and take a fight outside of base.
They know they're there.
Yeah.
They're smoked up.
It's a
Looking
do
for
or
an
die.
opening. Celery positioned beautifully here. Will break the smoke. They go and they immediately dust. Down forward again. They want to try to take him down. But again, he is only the position 5. The call down gets thrown down as well. Celery falls. Blink also taken down. Aramis will fall to Ntaki. And there it is. They've just got everybody held so closely in the palm of their hand. It's so difficult for No Bounty Hunter to do much of anything as they're just chasing down Ntaki now. He's got his BKB. He's going to try to fight. The IO is coming in, but I think it's just going to be too late. Again, he's going to try to be that ambulance. It just cannot do it.
Very ambitious from No Bounty Hunter.
They want Hustler. The slow flash is here. He's going to try to hit them with some of these spirits, but they don't really do a whole heck of a lot as Viking is just chasing them back into the fountain.
Are we going into the
Hustler's been
fountain?
trying. Oh, no. He was so close. He was on his doorstep. Have mercy, Viking.
Viking are no OG. They could have been diving that fountain right there, crushing the spirits of Flash. That would have been a dieback, but instead, they're like, you know what? We actually should get a Rax. Equally respectable. But boom, he's like, nah, mate, I'm going in.
Let's try to... A little bit of Ward Wars, you know, that's about all you can do. The sorrowful beeps, the saddest of the beeps.
Saving grace for No Bounty Hunter here is there is no buyback on Gyro, but tier 2 is alive mid and bot. So if Viking is to, you know, win this game, it is straight for tier 4s right now.
You think they're going to get
Instead,
that crazy?
now they're doing it. Now they're making the OG play. They heard us.
Oh, look at this. I was trying to teleport out. Nice force stuff. Can he tether right back? And he's still silenced up? Nah, they'll finally get the kill on Flash. Aramis, though, almost body blocked poor Aramis there. Yeah, they're going full on fountain diving. think that's still a dead Centaur. It's tick it down pretty hard. All right, they'll collect themselves a kill on Aramis. Blink actually.
All right, are they going to glimpse to Rubik when he respawns?
I don't know. Oh, the Stampede, they jump forward. Blink. Oh, he just immediately gets bashed up, though. Not going to be able to do anything. Oh, Taki can barely make it back into his own base. All right, perhaps they've gotten a bit too silly here as Huslo is looking for the lift. They do have the dust. They'll drop down the Nether Toxin. Couple more hits over here onto Celery. Not quite enough, though, to kill him. Oh, there it is. Final hit here from Khan. Shad's just wandering around the base. They might have gone a little bit too far here. Okay, so following up, though. They take down Ataki. They'll take down Khan. They call the GG. They have had enough. They have been bullied and bruised. Viking. Yeah, Kezu looks up.
That was his war cry. That was his very good war cry from Kezu. But no, yeah, that was an interesting way. When you don't have, you haven't killed the tier 2 in mid or bot, just stay in their base and eventually they'll have to fight you and you kill them many times over. So yeah, fun game from Viking. Fun series. They proved to be a very strong team in the low division, of course.
They really do. We can continuously talk about them as one of the favorites to take the whole thing, and I think they just proved their points. Sorry, Moxie, what was that? Did I forget to move anything?
No, I was just surprised to see that the chocolate has multiplied all of a sudden.
Oh, wow,
I was like, when did that get in there?
Oh, you said earlier that the cookie dough version was really
It's
good.
really nice, yes.
So I actually sneaked off to grab some.
We really are having a nice picnic this Monday.
Oh, we really are, but our picnic has come to an end. That's a 2-0 for Team Viking. We're going to break down the game and talk to the winners after the break. 2-0 in favor of Viking GG here against No Bounty Hunter. You were watching a lower division Western European DPC League match. Of course, DreamLeague Season 15 powered by Intel. And yeah, to be fair, Viking looked like the stronger team and they proved it in this game. Sure, there were some glimmers of hope for No Bounty Hunter. It wasn't all doom and gloom, but they definitely have something to learn as Viking just seems like the more, maybe I would call it the more experienced team here, Moxie.
I mean, you have to admire their tenacity, the fact that they kept trying to make these things happen. We saw some impressive play in game number 1, with Antaki, getting that Roche kill, and of course the stealing of the Aegis. But when it comes down to it, we thought that Viking was the top team in the lower division, and they're showing it pretty handily right now.
Yeah, I just see in game 1, they win the game, they're like this. Game 2, they're big smiles. So clearly, they only care when they win the series and they're that professional. Yeah, Viking, it didn't feel like they were ever going to lose these games. Their builds were in control. The way that they played the map was in control. Sure, there's a couple of times that maybe No Bounty outnumbered them, but in reality, these weren't kills that were like making them kind of get back into the game. So yeah, I think massive props for Viking, and they are just such a scary team in this low division. And you would expect to see them in the upper division and hopefully stay there for future seasons for sure. Yeah,
it definitely gives hope to all the Viking fans because we know that there's quite a few there. This game, it was just very solid for them. We also, something that I'm happy with, we saw 2 very different drafts, right, Moxie? We saw 2 ways of play and they can do them both.
Yeah, I mean, you were seeing like in game number 1, No Bounty Hunter, all the pieces kind of didn't quite fit together.
Yeah.
Game number 2, a little bit more cohesive. It wasn't as much as I'd like because I definitely don't think Kentucky does great on the heroes that kind of just have to sit mid and farm. And you notice he was being very active early on. But, you look over at the drafts coming out from the side of Viking and just, again, keep it simple, stupid. It's just, you see exactly how...
Did you just call Viking stupid?
No, I'm saying that
I heard you, and I know who else might have heard you. I think we have Celery with us right now. Hey, Celery.
Isn't stupid.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations on the series, first of all.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you hear what Moxie was saying? Just have to check.
No, I was listening to the birds.
Oh, good.
That's much nicer to listen to, trust me.
It was nothing but compliments anyway.
Yes.
I have to ask you, we heard you say something at the start in the interview that you replaced Flash in Viking, right? Did I hear that correctly?
I mean, he was on a different roster.
I
never played with him. I don't know the guy.
Okay. Now, I do know that Boom and Antaki tried out for Viking at the same time. Did you feel like there was anything different on Boom? That he had more of a point to prove playing against Ducky?
I don't think so. I think at one point when Shed couldn't play, Antaki was standing in for us. So we're on friendly terms.
Okay.
We enjoyed playing them.
Glad to hear it. Also, I have to ask you this question as well. You might have seen that your teammate Boom made it to the front page Reddit today. Any statements?
I'll tell him to behave better.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm not his dad, though.
That's a moral faith, of course. He's going to be the one.
Yeah, having a stern talk. Having a stern talk. I was wondering, by the way, are there any plans for you to boot camp or anything like that over the coming season?
As soon as possible. That's all that I know.
Okay.
And we're trying to do it, but we'll see when we can do it, I guess.
Okay, well, that's at least promising that the plan is there. Obviously, COVID definitely makes things a little harder.
Very unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spog, it's been pretty difficult for travel currently.
My question is going to be, after game 1, you guys were very straight-faced. And of course, when you win the series, that's when, the emotions showed. So is that normally you only really kind of get passionate at the end of the game, or is it just at the end of the series, or was that just kind of a harder game 1, so you're just a bit more kind of straight-faced?
I think we're usually a bit more emotional when the series is over. Because you don't want to get too crazy about it. You win the first game, okay, we'll see what happens. You don't want to be too happy if you win, because then if you lose, it might snowball a bit, emotionally speaking. But, I mean, I don't know. We felt good.
That's fair, having restraint. But I do, on the grounds of restraint, there were some tips going out towards Aramis, and I want to know, like, how did that feel during all that? What was going on? Was that friendly banter? Or? I think it was the second game, yeah?
Second game, tipping was definitely
There was a lot
intense.
of tipping going on in the early portion of the game.
Okay, I was very focused. I don't play a lot of Disruptor.
So you're
I was
just that
trying
chill.
very
You're
hard to hit
that
my
cool,
spells.
calm, collected. Nice. All right.
I hope I hit them, but I actually didn't notice. I sometimes accidentally tip as well. I'm like clicking on the map and I accidentally hold Alt and I go hover over a hero and then I tip.
I do that too.
So
It's
do you
very
not
common.
care about tips in the game then? Like some pros hate tips, some pros love tips. Do you just not care?
I think they're fun. I try to use them, but sometimes I just forget.
But are you a wholesome tipper or are you a toxic tipper? That's the
Very
question.
toxic.
Man,
Very toxic. Whenever there's a possibility, you have to do it.
And in pro games, you know, you can use them time and time again. I think a lot of people don't know you got infinite tips because at the end of the game you get them back. So,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
You need to be careful. If I use them in the pub, I don't have them in
That's
the
true.
Gotta
save
hold
them.
on to those.
On the bright
This
side,
is why
it is
Boom's running down mid. All right, gotta change it up, Celery. Please stop tipping. Thank you.
Celery, coming down from the upper division previous season, going into lower division this season. Did you guys set any specific goals as a squad in terms of improvement and growth and perhaps also results?
I mean, in terms of improvement, it's everything. Need to get better at everything. For the season, we want to get top 2. But in terms of improving, there's so many things we need to work on. So it's not anything specific. Just focusing on anything we can at a time. And there's also a new patch, so there's so much for us to learn.
A lot to learn indeed. Are you guys able to be on the same page in terms of how much time you're spending not playing, but actually talking about the patch and the plans that you have? I'm
not sure how we wouldn't be, but
well, because I know that for a lot of teams, and I mostly mean for a lot of the other teams in the lower division, there's a lot of conflict in terms of time and how much time you actually can spend on playing Dota and furthering your Dota 2 career, because there's a lot of real life.
We're all playing full time.
Okay.
Time is not the issue. I thought you meant like maybe where we want to talk about the patch and then Adam says, no, I want to play a PUBG.
No.
We have plenty of time.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. And today definitely showed you guys as the better team. So congratulations once again.
Yep, thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. Congrats indeed. A Viking, clean 2-0 here in his best of 3 against No Bounty Hunter. And with that, also a 2-0 on the first team to get a 2-0 on the standings. That's right, they're the team at the top of the rankings. Mostly the rest hasn't played that many games. It also means that we have a 1-1 because No Bounty Hunter, of course, they did win their first series, but they could not best Viking here, Moxie.
Again, we keep saying that Viking really looks like the team that you're going to have to try to beat here in this EU lower division. So not surprising that, they fall here. I definitely think that they've got a lot of spirit and a lot of promise, though. And that can definitely make a strong contention for, third and fourth spots there.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think also that keeping in mind what we learned earlier this week is that everybody that is playing in the DPC league, doesn't matter where, everybody has a plan to play in TI qualifiers. I think that's important to note.
Yeah, so I'd love to know what the situation is, of course, in terms of bottom 2.
Yeah.
My assumption will be the qualifiers will be every team that obviously stays into a hypothetical season 3, that basically. So if you are, I'd assume bottom 2 would just be kicked out. One big qualifier is made from upper and lower. But either way, the fact that we get like another round, and of course it'll be for like 1 spot or something, right?
Yeah, as far
as
as
a bloodbath, I can't
we're
wait.
One slot for every region extra other than DPC points. So yeah, that is an absolute bloodbath. Let's take a look at the bloodbaths happening tomorrow because we do have quite a few awesome series coming your way. We got 2 upper division aired on the lower half, and I've got 1 lower division. What's up, T?
I'm just gonna say that the Creep Wave series is
Into the Breach versus Level Up is
meant to be
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Level Up versus Into the Breach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's the Creep Wave thing throwing me off because it.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. Sorry. The
It's
graphic
Level
was
Up
different in different
versus
things.
Into the Breach. Don't worry, we'll change their logo eventually. Then we're going to have Hellbear Smashers taking on Team Secret. And last but not least, I think the blockbuster of the Tuesday, it is Alliance taking on OG. And I think that will be for OG, the better test for Ana. Yes, sure, they already won versus Brain, but I think consistency is what we are aiming to see. What's up, T?
I'm just gonna say that Alliance looked really shaky in their series, and I think Nico maybe also like tweeted it, like it wasn't like the best of their series, and like, they're happy with the win. So yeah, for sure. Alliance are the underdogs in that series, and they have to prove themselves. And OG need to continue riding the momentum of Humble God Anna is back.
Yeah, and I think Moxie Team Secret has a chance to prove that they're still on top as well there, right?
Yeah, they got kind of smacked down, so we'll definitely look forward to seeing them. Hopefully they'll bounce back.
I hope so too. And of course, all of this will be happening tomorrow. So make sure you tune in again then. We are going to be done here for the day, but tomorrow we'll continue at 2:30 CEST. That's right. It will be a fun day. 3 series of Dota 2. And of course, we will would love to welcome you back for more Dream League Season 15 powered by Intel.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.